I was thinking about it last night. I was thinking about it this morning. Like, what is the motive here? Does she want money?
She would have asked by now.
But maybe it's like this long-winded thing of like befriending her for a while and then all of a sudden coming up with like some grand scheme. Kiana said she cries broke all the time. She's like, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the money. There has to be something else. There has to be a reason. Why? Why? What is the point? Like, why doesn't she want to show up?
Well, let's just check in with Maritha. Send her a text. Hey, how's it going?
She had something to tell Sparkala that was gonna hurt Sparkala's feelings.
Oh, still driving. Where should I meet you? Let's meet at a park downtown. Here's the address. You ready?
Yes.
Let's go get our girl.
She said, okay, I'm really, really nervous, but ready. See you guys soon. Hey, girl.
Hi, guys.
All right, well, this is it.
Oh, I'm really, really, really nervous. I'm just confused. Like, I thought it was Marita and thinking it's her, and then now it just turned into, like, I don't even know. Well, she has the answers, so.
Somebody has the answers.
Well, this is the park we're going to.
Let's do this.
Oh, I'm really nervous, Cammy. Oh, God.
Geese.
So I gotta be the one to sit right here and wait for her to walk in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm gonna say we're here. Are you close?
Is that a sign? I don't know. I'm scared.
I wonder what spooked him. Oh. I just pulled into the parking lot.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys wait here. I want to see.
Well, I'm just really stressed out right now. I'm really nervous. I have no idea.
I see anyone over there. Oh.
Oh, my.
Can you see?
Oh, my God.
You guys wait here. I want to see. See anyone over there? Oh. Here we go.
Is that her? Can you see?
Hi.
Oh my God.
Hi.
Hi. Maritha.
Maritha.
That's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Interesting. Very confused. But hopefully you'll explain all of it.
I will.
You got us all really scratching our heads on this one.
Yeah, that's the girl on the picture.
So,
Wow.
here, this is Maritha
Hi.
from the photo.
How are you?
I'm good.
So it's you.
It's me.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
Cam.
Oh, sorry, I
Nice to
can't.
meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
So,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, what? Okay, I have a whole lot of questions.
Wait, why don't we let you start, maybe? Because I know you said you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
I know it seemed like I was shady, but I'm really who I am. I was just shady because I had a lot of disappointment in my life when I tried to meet my family members. Like how Dejanay blew me off. Like everybody basically was just like, oh, no, we don't want to deal with you, you know.
I never made you feel like that. From day one, when you told me you was my sister, I just accepted you. I didn't have no proof, no evidence, no nothing, and I just accepted you.
You did.
I opened myself up to you a whole
You
lot.
did. I'm sorry if I hurt you.
I'm just confused because, like, the video chat thing, like,
Yeah, why you didn't want the video
That's
chat?
weird.
Like, why was it like?
It never really worked. It was never really a good time for me.
That's pretty strange behavior.
True. I have a lot going on. I'm always working, so, you know, maybe I did distance myself for a little while.
Just feels like this is a situation that could have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, it could have happened in San Diego. Like,
Were you really in San Diego?
I was.
Did you really leave San Diego?
I did. I don't think I was ready. I wasn't ready.
so you made me wait another year?
I wasn't ready.
This is so crazy. Like,
Just to confirm, what's your dad's name?
His name is Tommy.
Okay, that's your dad's name.
yes.
But you have a different last name.
I do. I have my mother's last name.
Got it.
Did you always know that Sparkayla's dad was your dad?
When I was younger, my mom told me I had a sister named Sparkle. I've been trying to meet her for a long time. And when I had a MySpace, I went on there putting in Sparkle, but nothing ever came up. One day, 4 years ago, I talked to my uncle and he just spilled the beans. He's the one that gave me her information. So I started talking to her on Instagram and then we started talking.
Everybody's question is like, we never heard anything about her other sister. So
Right.
that's kind of like why, at this point, I feel like we need to do a DNA test. I need to know for my own self now.
We actually looked into that, and there is a place nearby that does these tests. Are you open to taking a paternity test?
No,
Why?
I don't want you to get hurt.
Why you think I'm gonna get hurt?
My dad made a statement before about one of us, so I don't want one of us to get
About
hurt.
one of us.
Okay, wait, so hold on a second. When you are in touch with your dad,
I am.
are you suggesting that she may not be his daughter?
That's what you think? Did he tell you that?
Yes.
Wow. When did your dad tell that to you?
Like,
Before
he
you
just-
reached out to her?
No.
So after?
I reached out to her.
Interesting.
Jesus. This is a
Yeah,
lot.
this is gonna, yeah.
We could take a test. I'm ready.
I would love to just get the answer to all this. I've been waiting 8 seasons to do a DNA test. Can we just go there? Is it open now?
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
Okay, great. So now that all this is out in the open, are you comfortable potentially doing a DNA test?
Yes, I'll do it.
You both understand, like, this is a big deal. This is not like any light.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been 2 years. I need to know.
Okay, great. So let's head over there. This is crazy.
My dad is not my dad? Wow. That's a first.
But you don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that at all.
What I might see, I am all that I see. Wanna make it happen, I say.
This whole experience, oh my God, it's really got me mind blown.
This is it.
Like, I'm just hoping that Marita is who she says she is. Are you ready for this?
Ooh, scary.
I know.
Wanna make it happen, I say.
The results will be expedited, so we should receive them within 24 hours. We should have them by tomorrow. Yeah.
If the DNA does not match, then we have a situation.
Let's see if Marita's my sister.
Feel like everyone. Can you feel it?
Please enjoy this variety
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hi. The test results are ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get the girls. Why don't you go get the test results, and then we'll all meet over at Barkayla's.
Are you sure you want to bestow this responsibility upon me?
Just make sure that envelope is sealed.
I will not touch it. I promise.
All right, see you soon. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
I'm like super nervous, anxious at the same time.
No matter, no matter.
Oh, man. Am I the only one freaking out? Hi. So they're ready? Are you sure? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Not opening. It's too tempting. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm not opening it. Boom. There we go. It's like having a big piece of chocolate cake just sitting next to you. Too much pressure.
Hey, you look cute. Come in, guys.
Hey!
Look at you guys, twinsies.
Not only are we Tinsy,
Y'all twins.
we're Twinsies. Hi, can I
Nice
give you
to
a
meet
hug?
you.
Marita.
Marita, you're who you said you were.
I
You're the
know,
girl in the
right?
picture, yes.
Oh, it's It's been long. You know, with 2 years, and now it all plays out today. Cammy, where are you?
Coming in with
With the Maury Povich package.
Yeah. Drum roll. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi.
I didn't peek.
And my heart is jumping out of my
I
chest.
know, mine
like-
too.
So, here are the results. You ready to do this?
Okay.
Let's hold hands, you guys.
All right. Okay. Based on the results of the analysis obtained from the DNA listed, the probability of half-siblingship is 99.89%.
Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Lord.
Now you know who your family is. Okay?
Anything to lose and a second hand doesn't wait for you. The rhythm.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. I am so happy. This is just the best.
Like, wow.
Thanks for finding it.
Thank you. That's awesome. Wow. I need to take a picture of this.
And take it to the next family reunion.
I'm sending it to my sisters right now.
Somebody send it to your daddy too. Airdrop his ass, because you guys are taking your power back.
Just happy that a mystery, 30 years in the making, is finally solved.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I think our work here is done.
You know me? What's your name?
Trisha.
Patricia. Ooh. So, why all this?
It was never like with malicious intent. It never was.
You still played with emotions and
I mean, I can't force you to believe it, but the feelings really weren't a lie.
is that the only profile that you ever made in your life?
Yeah. And then for you to believe it, like I said, I'm not gonna force you to.
But you know, like, why'd you put a child in a situation that wasn't even real? I just want to know why'd you do that?
I did lose a kid myself. Little girl.
So that's real?
That's real. I need a minute.
Oh, take your minute.
Hey, sorry, we wanted to let you guys talk, but I don't want you to leave before I get to say hello.
Fine.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Patricia.
Patricia. This is Cammy.
Hi.
I'm Neve. I understand this is emotions a lot. Yeah. But don't walk away from it. So, Patricia,
Yes,
you're from Denver?
I am. Mhm.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yes.
So okay, and when did you start the Sabrina profile?
4 years ago.
Okay, so around the time that you met him was when you first created the page?
Right.
Was there a reason initially, or?
I've always been like a bigger girl, so I've been bullied all the way from the time I entered school till almost till I got out.
Right.
So I was like a sophomore. And then there's this guy, and he's like, hey, I think you're really beautiful. And he had a plan for us to go to the movies. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and I finally get a text from him. He's like, hey, this was a joke. It was a prank. It was a bet. So that kind of just destroyed me. Because, like, why am I someone's laughing stock, you know? That put me in a dark place. I just wanted to be called, like, pretty. So that's then when I had made that page.
I mean, I totally understand initially doing it just to kind of get some positive feedback. But at some point, did it become clear to you that you could use the profile to lure men in and then kind of get them to possibly do things? Or?
No, I'm not that type of person.
But at some point, you started asking for money.
I've never asked for money.
He told us
Your
that
nails done.
he did send you some
Yeah.
stuff,
All I'm saying.
right?
Okay, I understand
Yeah,
that.
for food.
You did?
You just like use my kindness. And
I just don't know what to say.
What about the cousin?
You have other fake
you know what I'm
profiles.
saying? Like,
I just had those two.
Wait, so
What's the
Sabrina
two?
one and the cousin?
so that's fake.
Right,
That was a fake profile
that was
as
you.
well.
right. My friend requested him because he was messaging, flirting with other friends, and there was other females on Instagram he was flirting with. So I'm gonna need to catch him in the act.
Hard for you to justify
Right.
as someone who's been lying to him. It's a,
whole
it's a
time.
tough sort of case to make.
Right.
What I ever do to you for you to impersonate and come back as someone fake and with my feelings?
Actually, let me just start off by saying I had a daughter April 15th, 2015. So I had her and she was just not developed
She was premature.
right. So we were sitting in the hospital. So I made Sabrina's page because I was sitting there kind of like bored and hoping my daughter would, you know, make a recovery. So that gave me something to do.
So wait a second. You started the profile while you were in the hospital.
Right.
With your
yes.
daughter.
Yeah.
But you just told us a different version of the story.
So I had just went through this guy like making me his laughing stock, and I was in the hospital with my daughter trying to see if she has a fighting chance. So we were in the hospital until December, and then they unhooked her from NICU. She didn't live past 3 hours. So that was like where it was digging deeper, because that's my child, you know?
Now, obviously, like, it's impossible not to feel for you. We all feel for you. But if this story is true and you're someone who has had a daughter who passed, how can you fathom creating that scenario for another woman and her child?
I'm not making a pity story. Like, all I could say is I'm sorry. All the I love you, that wasn't fake.
I'm kind of done for the day.
All right. Well, look, this is a big deal. Would you be willing to meet us tomorrow? See what we can
Come up with tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll speak
See
to you
you
soon.
tomorrow. That was a lot.
That was intense.
You can't help but to feel for her because she's obviously been through a lot of for someone who's only 20 years old.
True.
But at the same time, it's hard to know how much of her story to believe.
With her and her stories and those lies. And I just feel like it's a messed up story what happened with her daughter and stuff. But like, considering the lies and this, how do we know that she wasn't just using that to get what she wants?
And it sounded like when you were over here with her, she said she only had the one profile.
Yeah.
But then slowly
Then-
it came out about the second one. That makes me wonder, like, is she being completely honest?
Right.
I feel like everything's a lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who's the real you?
Yep.
Good morning.
Check this out. I found Patricia's real Facebook page. She's a real person. She's got a real Facebook.
Did you notice anything about her mentioning a baby?
I don't know. I don't see anything. Let's scroll down. Doesn't look like 2015 was a year spent in the hospital with a sick kid who then passed away. Look, I can't be the one to second guess whether or not she really did have a premature child who then passed away. Or if she told us to elicit sympathy.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna press her on that.
it's a touchy thing. I would hope that she wouldn't make something like that up.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How you feeling about everything?
Kind of concerned about a lot because it's lie after lie and like who knows what lie is true and what lie isn't.
Right.
How am I supposed to trust what you say?
Right. I mean, we just scrolled through her Facebook back in 2015 and she looks pretty happy. There's no mention of any great loss or tragedy.
It's hard to not believe what she's saying.
But it's also hard to believe her. Until she's honest with us and herself, there's only so much we can really get through to her. All right, let's message her. Okay, we can meet at a place called Neighbors.
I felt like A lot of stuff is just like a lot of lies. Really don't know what to believe. Good afternoon.
Hey.
Hey.
Here, have a seat here. Hello again. How are you feeling?
Actually, I got a text message last night saying some nasty things. Do you mind if I?
You're disgusting bitch for catfishing. Don't let me find out where you live, because you'll be done for, ho. Big
That's crazy.
fat ass.
That's wild. How did this person get your number?
That's what I'm trying to ask you. It's a Phoenix number. I didn't know if it was maybe you.
You thought that text could have come from
Yeah.
Joseph?
Yeah. Him or like somebody he has told.
No, I haven't told anybody. So did my little sister. Everybody thinks I'm at work.
That's true. How would they know?
Yeah.
Yeah, how would they know it would be you?
I don't
find
know.
that strange as though, cause like,
So do I.
Can't you see who texted it? What's the number?
It's
Because we can Spokio it. What's the
area.
area code of the number?
408 Phoenix.
that's not a Phoenix number. You probably thought it was a 480 number, cause 480 is a Phoenix number.
Okay, yeah.
So that's-
that's why I kind of connected it to him.
If it's a text app number, then you can create any area code you want.
Yeah, that's weird. That's not, definitely not me.
Well, why don't we give you guys a minute to talk, and then we can all say goodbye for now.
Okay. What I would want going forward is at least a friendship, but that's entirely up to you because you had to go through it. And I respect your decisions.
I just want you to know, you know what I'm saying, there's love out there for you. There is. But at the same time, like, I just don't know what to believe. I don't know what to trust.
Yeah.
And I hope you'll accept that.
We have so much to talk about. Where are things with you and Chance?
I don't know where they're at because with Chance's father passing,
Right.
the communication from there was like just kind of scarce. I was, checking like, hey, how you doing? Like, are you good?
Sure.
And I would get like 1 or 2 word responses.
Right.
And do you know for sure that the dad died?
I don't know for sure, but it was just so coincidental that that happened, at the time when we were supposed to try to meet up.
Right. If he lied about everything, this guy is one of the craziest catfish liars I think we've ever seen. All right, I think it's just right down this street here somewhere. Oh, wait, there it is. Here's lower.
Oh my gosh.
My heart is like racing.
This is it.
Here we are.
All right, let's do it.
Whew.
All right. Oh. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
What's going on? How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This is Matthew, as you know.
What's up, Matt?
What's going on?
Yep.
So I know this is not easy for you, and I appreciate you being here, but clearly we are here for the main reason, which is that you guys have been talking for a while, and in an effort to clear up any loose ends, your dad did pass away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I can understand not wanting to deal with all this right now.
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
So we have some questions.
Yeah.
You'd been in Atlanta a few times.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta for a few times visiting my girlfriend.
Sharanda, you guys
You
are
guys are together.
exclusive.
Yes, we are. So.
Which came as a bit of a surprise to Matthew because you never mentioned having a girlfriend.
I mean, you should have kind of figured it out.
Figured it out.
Is it crazy that Matthew was under the impression that there was attraction and a potential for something to happen between you guys?
Well, through text and stuff, like every day we'll send like little stuff here and there. It's a, you know, I do that with everybody.
In my mind, I'm like, oh, when he gets to Atlanta, maybe it could be something more, or we can get to know each other more, you know. Who knows what can, you know, transpire once he gets to Atlanta.
Well, I mean, you should have like kind of got the hint when you would send me like messages like, and I wouldn't really respond to it.
But you did neglect to say that you had a girlfriend.
True.
Just feels weird to me, because like, if you live in New York and you're talking to someone who lives in Atlanta and you're talking pretty often, and then you tell him you're gonna come down to Atlanta and you wanna see him.
Yeah,
to me, that sounds like you are giving very clear signals that you like that person.
You're saying like, I want to see him. I'd be like, you know, we should meet up.
Well,
you
sure.
know, don't say it like, don't say it like that.
Okay, well, why don't we go inside and sit?
Yeah, please.
And yeah, let's do that. Okay, well, yeah, man, hold us. Wait 1 second. Kimiko, you go in and settle in for a second.
Okay.
I just don't feel like he's being fair. And like kind of making it almost feel like I gave you signals. Like, what is that? That's bull. I just don't want to see you let him like
run over.
Just sort of like disregard all the that you felt and that he said and that like happened because like he doesn't want to admit that he had feelings for you.
You weren't romantically involved with Matt at all?
No.
I mean, we saw some text messages and it seemed pretty flirty back and forth.
It wasn't like that at all. You know, I don't want to date a dude.
So you don't date men at all? Oh, okay.
No.
We were under the impression that you were bisexual.
That's not true. He lied. That's not true.
Okay.
You know, now I'm mad about that because that's...
I didn't mean to make you mad.
That's not like...
Yeah.
Wow.
I just don't feel like we're getting the whole story.
Yeah, there's something going on, but it's just...
Right.
How do we get that? I'm like, how do I get that out of him?
Right. All right, let's see what he has to say. All right. Much better in here.
So, you telling these people that I'm bisexual, Matthew?
Well, I know in the past you've dated men and women.
I mean, Matthew, I'm just really upset about you giving these people having them think that I'm bisexual. Is kind of coming off confusing.
You would do like the hard eyes.
Right, the hard eyes or...
Yeah, and all that, and that was like kind of drawing me in even more.
Listen, I'm never gonna date you.
Why then were you talking to him at all? This is the first time it's been clear to you that he likes you?
Yes, this is the first time. Yep.
Wow. It seems there's a couple issues here that amazingly hadn't been brought up until now. One is that you're not bisexual, but you were having a very flirtatious relationship. You're intentionally not mentioning a girlfriend when you could easily because you're trying to kind of maintain a possible romantic relationship.
No, I blocked you on Instagram, B. And it's like...
But that was only recently.
Whatever, but...
You seem upset. I'm not getting that because, like, if the worst thing this guy has done has been really liked you and, like, hoped to be in a relationship with you, then, like, can you be a little nicer to him and, like...
I am being nice to him,
I feel like
but
you're not being nice to him, which is weird because, like, what's the big deal? So he has a crush on you.
He's a catfish himself. You are.
And how am I a catfish?
You know how you're a catfish.
How?
I mean...
You're not a catfish at all.
No.
So what is this? What is it?
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Like, get out of here. I never told you I dated men. But that's nobody's business.
What the?
You seem okay considering how aggressive and up that was. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I don't understand why he's so upset. The worst thing that's happened is that a sweet guy has told him that he has a crush on him. I can't figure out what his problem is. You want to go out there?
Oh my God. All right. Listen, I was not expecting that. I just want to know What's making you so upset?
It's a number of things, you know. I lost my father. You know, I'm on anxiety medication because I'm having panic attacks. I'm stressed out. I just felt like he wasn't being, like, honest. This bisexual stuff pissed me off, you know? But I want to apologize, you know, to Matthew.
First of all, what you did is wrong. It's f***ed up. And if the worst thing this guy has done has been really liked you and like hoped to be in a relationship with you, then like why you're kind of being a dick.
I'm thinking the whole thing with him assuming that maybe I could be bisexual or had relations
Well, that's not
with a
the
man.
weirdest thing to think. And I think you can understand that that's not unreasonable.
No, I mean, it's
right.
not.
Okay. And physical altercations. It's f***ed up.
Yeah. I just want to apologize to you for being a, you know, douchebag.
I still, like, I've never seen that side of you, that blowing up. It was just like, what the f?
Right, well, I'm sorry.
A lot to take in.
Hopefully I didn't hurt your scalp.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I have a scalp protector.
All right, but I am sorry.
I accept that.
How we feeling?
I got the truth and the answers that I didn't like want that exact answer, but at least I know where we stand as two individuals and where to go forward from here.
Wait, we can all agree that this relationship
it's not going to
imagined.
It's done.
Clearly.
All right.
All right, later, man.
All right. That was interesting.
Are you okay with this being the end and not talking to him anymore? Because that has to happen. Like, you got to move on from this.
Yeah, I got what I needed, and I'm ready to take my time right now and see what the future might have in store for me.
Right.
But there's no chance at all that I'll have a real chance with Chance.
Right.
Can I talk to you over there?
No, why?
For 5 minutes.
For what?
So I can talk to you. I don't need everybody else in my business. I don't need that.
Oh,
Here.
Hold on.
No, why are they
Sorry.
here?
Why don't you go
Why
back
are they
inside and
here?
I'll
Yeah,
explain to
yeah.
Antonio what we're doing here.
You're
Or
Antonio.
Cammy can explain.
I'm Cam.
This is
Nice
what I
to
was
meet
telling
you.
y'all about.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand. All right, well, he's probably just jealous and
He's
upset.
always f***ing jealous. That's what I'm talking about.
It is Alfred's business, but we're here to help.
This is a perfect opportunity to just say, you know
told
what?
y'all.
I don't
told
need that.
y'all.
Right, but you don't need it anymore.
I told y'all.
It's not your responsibility. So why don't you go out there and let him know how you feel?
What do you have to say?
Why are you bringing Catfish out here? Am I not good enough for you? Like, why are you trying to meet somebody that you don't even know?
Look at this bull you pulling right now. You hear something from Sanford and you coming at me.
We still been there
It's
for
you.
5 years. 5 years is a long ass time for you to throw away on
it's
somebody you
all
don't even
been
know.
you. It's been about
But you don't even know this person.
It doesn't
It'd
matter.
be different if you knew this person, but you don't even know
so
this
that's my
person.
point.
So you gonna leave me over somebody that you don't even know.
You damn right I would.
That's stupid as hell.
And
That's crazy
what you
as
gonna do about it?
You look dumb as hell.
And that's fine.
You look dumb as hell.
Okay.
You look dumb as hell.
Okay.
And the reason why you can't find this person is because I'm Adonis, bitch. Yes, I am Adonis.
Bitch.
Stop, guys! No!
Kim, man. Neve, please let me get him.
Please.
Neve, let me get him. Neve, let me get him.
It's not worth it.
He better be lying, y'all.
It's not worth
He
it.
better be lying. He better be lying.
Just hold on 1 second.
He better be lying, bruh. I'm tired of him.
Take a
I'm
sit
tired.
sit with me. Sit with me.
Neve, I'm tired.
Let's take a second. All right.
Ooh, he better be lying.
We're not gonna get anywhere right now. Everyone's upset.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. That is crazy. He's mad at me because he's been cheating on me. This is just too much. I can't talk. I'm about to go. I can't do this.
Please get home safely.
I am.
I just want to know, is he lying?
Do you want me to go ask him that?
Please.
Can you stay here for a
Find
minute?
out if he's lying, please.
All right, just wait for me 1 second right here, okay?
He said he needs to leave.
Did you talk to him at all?
Yeah, I did, but he doesn't want to.
Hey, just really fast. Is it true? You said at the very end, right before you guys started fighting, that you are Adonis.
I am Adonis.
That's true.
That's true.
So you made the profile.
Yes.
And it's been you talking to him the whole time. Why did you do that?
I needed facts.
In terms of him, like cheating?
Cheating on me, so talking to other people behind my back, I needed facts.
I'd like to talk about this and try to help you guys. I don't know if right now is the time to do that. Are you willing to meet up with us tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes. I just need time to just process everything.
Fine. So you should go, and we'll talk hopefully tomorrow and meet up again.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Neve, was he lying?
I don't think so. I just asked him. He said he made the profile. He said he wanted to see if you were, if you would cheat on him or talk to someone. Obviously, that doesn't explain why he would go on this long and be so supportive and helpful and encouraging.
Right.
If he wanted to just see if you would send a dick pic or flirt with someone, he could have done that in a week.
Exactly. So why did you drag this the on?
With open arms, you can fall back into.
He said that he's willing to meet up tomorrow once he's sort of settled. And you guys obviously have a lot that you need to work out.
When you've been with someone for that long, I think that you owe it to each other to tell each other the truth.
I just really want to hear why he did this to me.
Yeah.
I want to know why.
In the meantime, I'm sure you have some thinking to do. It's not the answer we were looking for, but
we're gonna figure it out tomorrow. I'm not looking to fight today. Ugh, that was a tussle.
well, right. So the big question now is the fallout.
Yeah.
Because getting into a fight like that is a major turning point. We've been getting Alfred's side of the story. I'm not saying who's right or wrong, but I definitely think Antonio probably has a side.
While I love Alfred, he also has messed up too.
Let's check in with Antonio.
Hello?
Hey, Antonio?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? It's Neve and Cammie.
Hey.
Wanted to check in with you and sort of see how you were feeling about how everything kind of went down.
Yeah, it was crazy how everything went down.
We'd love to come and talk to you and get your side of the story if that's something you'd be willing to do.
Okay, yes. I'm at my best friend Jeff. I'll see if you guys can come here.
All right, great.
Okay, see you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what everyone has to say for themselves.
Hello, nice
Hey.
to meet you, Jasmine.
Yeah, I didn't get to meet you yesterday.
Yeah, I'm
but it is
Antonio's best
Nice to meet
friend.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Is Antonio here?
Yes.
How's he doing?
He's a little sad, but he's okay.
Yeah.
And what, if anything, have you kind of known throughout this whole process?
I really didn't really know too much.
I take it you were the one that told Antonio we were in town yesterday.
Everybody on Facebook is talking about Catfish is in town. I usually don't even get into their business, but when it's something serious like this, like they're actually separating, it's a big deal.
Can we go in and
Yeah, you can
talk
come
to
in.
Antonio?
You guys can sit down.
Hey, you guys.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you, especially under different circumstances.
Yes.
Yeah. So look, this is a little different for us because normally we help someone find the person they're talking to. It's usually someone that they don't know. So now it's obviously less about the specifics of the profile, more just kind of about what happened between you guys.
Right.
Trying to get your side of the story.
So, like, we've been together for 5 years. We was always going out on dates. We were talking more. We were just doing everything that, like, couples should do. And I guess, like, the longer that we have been together, the less things that we have been able to do, not because we can't do it. It's just, we just don't do anything, you know?
You just got comfortable.
Yeah.
That happens to every relationship.
Yeah, we got comfortable. Well, I know I got comfortable. But like 2 years ago, Alfred had cheated on me. And Alfred was telling me how he wasn't going to, cheat on me anymore. He was done with that. He was not going to talk to anybody anymore. But I didn't really trust him or believe him. And that's basically why I started this Adonis Facebook page. Yes, I was catfishing him, but he was the one that was stepping out on our relationship. I just wanted to know, really are gonna meet someone else and leave me?
Why do it for so long?
If last night hadn't have happened, how were you planning on telling him about Adonis?
I wanted to tell him when he actually called the break, but he moved out, so I couldn't because he wanted to go. Last night, I didn't want to do that. It's just how it came out. And I most definitely do take accountability for a lot of the things that I'm not putting into a relationship. But I feel like some things are petty to fight about, like the sex life and stuff like that. When he talks about that, even if it's oral sex, he just says that's not good enough. He wants it a whole lot of times a day, and it's we're not porn stars. That's not what we are. And so that kind of put a wedge in our relationship, and we haven't been communicating. So talking to Alfred from as being Adonis, I got to reconnect with him. That's why I kept going. It just felt good to be able to talk to him and just to know how he's feeling. I was more comfortable with him that way.
You seem to have so much love and patience for Alfred. And he says he feels like he's not getting the sort of affection and attention from you that he needs.
Do you still want to be with him?
I really, really do. I really, really do, because I love him so much.
Jasmine,
I know.
It's not.
I do, though.
But you can't keep putting yourself through the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's just hard when you love somebody. And then you be with them for 5 years, that's hard.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
In a couple months, he's probably gonna be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
In all honesty, he is.
It's so much built up anger and resentment towards each other.
Yeah, it is.
And I know you want it to work, but do you really feel in your deepest heart that that is what is healthy for either one of you?
I mean, I think you guys should talk.
Clearly have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Do you want to call Alfred then and basically just say that we can meet up with him now?
Hello? Hey, is it okay if we meet up and talk?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, I'll be over there.
All right.
All right. Round 2.
In the first place.
So I actually, the dude that I use, I follow him on Instagram, and I've been following him for years and years and years.
And the dick pics?
I found those on Google.
Okay. All right. Now, we have a little welcome committee here.
Hey.
Hey, how y'all doing?
See you. We brought a friend.
What was you thinking?
I don't know, I just feel like when I heard that, Catfish was here, I needed to know, what was going on. If he was really going to leave me over somebody that he doesn't know.
That's pretty up.
You want to stand up for your brother.
Exactly.
Obviously, there's another side to the story. So I think at this point, the best thing is just for them to talk. Let them hash it out.
Okay.
All right, see y'all later.
How you doing?
Hey.
All right, so glad we could do this. We had an opportunity to talk with Antonio. I feel like as much as we can be, we're up to speed. But I do think Antonio has things he wants to say to you. I'm sure you have things we'd like to just discuss. Obviously, you guys got into a fight last night. Even at your lowest points, and even when you're as mad as you can get, you should never put hands on each other because it only makes things worse.
First, I want to apologize for how things got last night. Next, I want to know why not just talk to me instead of talking to me from some fake person.
I just feel like it was easier for me because whenever I try to talk to you as myself, Sometimes I feel like we can't have like a regular long conversation. So like being Adonis, it felt different because you would talk to him and like open up your heart to him. And that's what I was missing out on. That's why I kept carrying it on for so long, because I was missing those feelings that we had when we first got together. And I am sorry for making that fake page and stringing you along the whole time. But I just needed to know for myself if you was just gonna keep on talking to other people behind my back, or if we're gonna be able to like keep being together.
I can understand that. But I never got a conversation from you until today saying this stuff. I didn't want to talk to these random people. I'm only human. So there's things that I need, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical. Like when I'm missing out on something, I try to go find it.
It's not okay just to entertain them. It's not okay just to play along with them, because you do have somebody at home. You know, somebody that helps you like watch your kids and take care of them. And then I think like if we break up, I'll never get to see them again. And that honestly just hurts. I really love them. And I don't want to be separated from them.
I understand, because they ask about you every day. And I can't look at them in their face and tell them what's going on, so I have to lie to them every day.
It's all mutual. You're feeling the same things. What you want from each other are the same things. It's just whether or not you're gonna get it from one another.
The reason why I can't let go, like, of this relationship is because, like, we've been here for 5 years. We live together. We have a family together. And, like, I do love you. I just want you to, like, move forward and grow from this, like, put all this in the past.
But see, there again is one of the things that's one of our problems. You like to go through stuff and then you just say, okay, well, let's put that behind us. After you've done something like this, it's not gonna be just easy as let's put this behind me.
Those scars, all those senseless scars.
I think every relationship requires a certain amount of compromise, but there's also some things that sometimes your partner just can't give you.
You both seem like great guys with a lot to give, a lot of love, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're great guys together.
Don't be scared.
This is crazy, man.
You guys wait here in the shade. I'll knock on the door. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like this is like so weird, bro. This is like killing me right now, like for real.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm gonna stick my head in for a second.
What's he doing?
I'm sure you must be pretty nervous.
I just didn't know that he was standing right there.
It's okay. Take it easy. Just...
This is like so weird, bro.
Just be yourself, be honest. Say whatever it is that you feel comfortable saying. Okay?
I'm ready.
Oh my God, bro.
Say something. I'll start the conversation. This is Jose. As I understand, Jose has been Rosa.
Yep. This is just crazy, man. What are you doing, man?
I mean, I didn't mean for this to happen like this.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself, bro?
I am ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
I am, and I'm not gonna lie.
What is this, man? Why would you do something like that?
I never meant, I never meant to hurt nobody else. I was trying to hurt the person in the picture.
The girl in the picture? Why, do you know her?
Natalie.
So you know Natalie?
I went to school with her.
In Florida?
I was trying to get her to feel the pain that I felt. I used to be bullied in school, you know, by her and obviously a group of other people.
So you created the account to take revenge on her?
Basically, yeah.
You made that account in high school?
I was in high school. I was in 9th grade.
And how old are you now?
You know, I'm 26 now.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Whatever you have against this girl, bro, what does that have to do with me? You don't play with people like that. You don't do that to people. I'm over here making plans. I'm like all into this girl. What were you actually planning on getting out of this? Eventually, we're gonna find out the truth, you know? This is just crazy, man. It's embarrassing, actually, you know?
It is embarrassing. You know, like, I'm sorry. Like, I am.
You need some help. You need to go to church. You need to get involved. You need to speak to someone. You can't just lock yourself in there and make believe you're a woman. If you like men, holla at a dude that likes men. It's as simple as that, man.
And I admit it.
And I have nothing to say to you, man. This is an embarrassment, for real. I'm done here.
For him, it might not seem that I care, but I really do. Like, I really do, and I feel bad about myself every single day that I wake up.
So I'm not a forest, even if I thought I was one with you.
This is freaking crazy, bro.
'Cause you're not an angel, even if you're close.
This is so embarrassing, it's not even funny.
I didn't mean to hurt him, you know, but I was going through so much at home, and the only reason that I did continue talking to Danny, like, I wanted to stop at first, you know, but he was the type of person that he sat there, you know, and he listened. He listened and actually gave me advice and never tried to judge me. Obviously, he was a good person, you know, very religious, you know, and those words of inspiration that he used to tell me, you know, really helped too. Everything that I said that, you know, that Rosa was going through, I really went through it, you know, as me, as Jose, you know. I told Danny, you know, that Rosa was sexually abused. I mean, it happened to me. I was in pain. To this day, I'm still in pain. I just try to find an escape. I tried to find an escape through drugs. I used to do drugs heavy. You know, the only way that I stopped doing drugs, I got locked up. And that was the only thing that was helping me. I felt like being somebody else, being somebody that you're not, being somebody that you can actually talk to somebody and they can't judge you on your past because they don't know nothing about your past.
All right, well, look. This is a distinctive moment for you. Because right now, when you look back at your life, a lot of it's the stuff that wasn't great. It's getting bullied in high school, it's getting addicted to drugs, it's going to jail. It's not the best past. And while it's not gonna go away, starting now, you can do it a little differently. Tomorrow, if you're up for it, and hopefully help you start that process of healing and turn that page and leave volume 1 of the life of Jose somewhere else and start, you know, volume 2.
Okay. Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. Like, thank you guys for real.
All right. We'll check in with you later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Well, that was probably more than you bargained for.
Yeah. I just kind of like want to disappear from the world for a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not fair because this is just as much your experience as it is his, but I think it's pretty obvious that this guy's had it pretty rough.
you have every right to be mad and to not want to do anything more for this guy. But if you really wanted to be a hero and go beyond, the one thing you could give him is to let him know this is not something you're gonna hold against him for the rest of your life. And that might lighten his burden a little more.
Hello, Jose. It's Neve and Max, and we're in the car with Danny. We thought it might be good for us to get back together like we discussed and talk a little bit more.
Okay.
We'll probably be there in 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, see you soon.
All right, so this is it?
This is it. Hello.
You can come in.
See you.
How'd you feel after we left yesterday?
It was kind of confusing.
Yeah. Danny had a lot of emotions that he brought. You had a lot that you brought. You guys didn't really get a chance to like communicate in any kind of meaningful way. So that was partly what we were hoping we could do today.
So you were Rose's voice.
Now I'm really getting mad. You're gonna basically call me a liar. Like, you don't even know me.
I felt like that was pretty convincing. You were pretty convincing. Right. Is that voice something that you've always been good at doing?
I used to do acting in high school, but that voice, like, I never tried it before.
Can we hear the voice right now?
I mean, I don't know what's going on. You know, a lot of things been changing in my life.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
You know, like, I'm embarrassed about the whole situation. Really, like, I can't even sleep at night, you know, thinking about all this stuff, all the consequences. You know, it was bringing me down every day. You know, every time that I thought about it, you know, every time that I was like, okay, I want to say something, but at the same time, I'm scared. I didn't know how to stop.
You did Danny wrong.
I did.
But here he is. He could have not come back here today. He could have just chosen to be angry and just say, that's it, I don't want to ever see this person again, but here he is.
I'm gonna give you some advice, man. You know, first of all, erase those pages. You need to let go of those demons that are kind of like from the past. Stop worrying about Natalie, people that bullied you. You need to focus on you. Go to church. Once you start having a relationship with God, that's when God starts blessing you. Would it be okay if I pray for you?
Yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna do a quick prayer in Spanish. That's where I feel more comfortable. So close your eyes, man. All right? Padre, te presento a José, Señor, que ha tenido un pasado difícil. Pero, Padre, yo sé que tú tienes un plan para él, para ayudarlo a levantarse de esta oscuridad. Padre, te pido que brilles tu luz en él y lo lleves en el camino correcto. Enséñale tu amor. Enséñale a que ame a las personas y que no odie. Guíalo, bendícelo y dale una nueva vida de amor, de felicidad, para que sonría más todos los días, Señor. Gracias por escucharnos, Padre. En el nombre de Jesús. Amén. Que Dios te bendiga, José.
Hola, gracias.
Okay? You're gonna be all right, man.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah,
You're gonna be all right.
That was really nice.
We're gonna leave now. and the cameras are gonna go away, and it'll be very easy to go back to exactly how things were before. So it'll be on you to kind of...
I am gonna, I'm gonna do everything, especially all the advice that you gave.
Good. Use this experience to kind of...
Move on.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right.
What the going on?
All I know is something doesn't smell right. The whole phone number Jerica thing, obviously a lie.
Like, it's just not true.
And so let's just assume for a moment that we are getting played. Taylor set this up to get on the show, to boost her Instagram following, or whatever.
Yeah, and I would be curious to know the other players involved. I think we gotta tread lightly. I think that we can't really totally let on what we know, and maybe have all the parties present to be like, what the f?
It'll be Catfish's first full-on sting operation.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they'll fall on their own sword.
Yeah,
It'll be
I was about to
obvious
say.
that this whole thing was just some dumb setup.
Let's give her a call.
Let's...
Hello?
Hey, Taylor, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
We're downstairs in Tallulah's room, so you should come down and we should get things going.
Okay.
All right, so see you in a second.
All right.
Bye.
This is
I just
so
want to be able to look
funny.
at the camera all day and roll my eyes
It's almost like
and know that you're going to use it. I just want to know that, like,
Jim from The Office, where you're like,
right. I feel like each of us should get like an eyeball eye roll camera. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, there she is. Speak of the devil.
Hi.
Good morning, you look cute.
Come on in.
What up?
Nervous, I have butterflies. A lot of butterflies.
Have you talked to anybody?
No.
Does
No.
Jerica know you're in town?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
All right, let's text Christian. Hey, Austin/Christian. It's Neve. We know you are in Atlanta, and we're here ready to meet. Sent. What do you think is going on?
I think Austin is who I've been talking to.
Okay, so Christian's just really named Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else we can do other than reach out to Jade. Let's just call her.
Hello.
Hello, Jade, it's Neve.
Hi.
I'm here in Atlanta with Tallulah and Taylor, and we are waiting to hear back from Christian/Austin.
Well, I'm actually with Austin right now. He's here currently.
Oh, great. And where is that?
Would you like me to send you the address of where we are?
That would be great. Perfect.
All right.
Thanks, Jade. See you soon. Okay, Taylor. You must be so excited to get some answers. Are you ready? Oh, perfect. Look at this. We got an address. What? That's like around the corner. Look at that.
Really?
It's a 9-minute walk.
We should walk.
Should we stroll over?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you there in the car. We're gonna walk. It's just so close. We've never done this before, but we're walking to meet the catfish. This is a catfish first. All right, we're getting close. Take a right here. All right, we're one turn away. This is it. So this must be the not creepy driveway to the back house.
The full foliage.
You're pretty quiet, Taylor. I guess I'll go up there and knock. You guys want to hang here for a second?
Okay.
Jade should be home, right? Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm Neve.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jade.
You're Jade. Okay,
Mhm.
great. Hey.
Neve. Austin.
Austin. All right, what's up? Why don't you guys come down and
Step
we'll...
out so we can talk. All right.
Okay. Do you know each other at all?
I've never seen her before.
Okay, well, this is Taylor. This is Tallulah, who's helping out.
Tallulah.
Jade and Austin. So, what the heck's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so initially it all kind of started off as a joke.
So were you texting me?
Sometimes.
Yeah. We all started,
Who's we all?
Myself, Jade, and Haley.
Yeah, my best friend as well.
Haley?
Yeah, she actually played a part in it. Haley went to McKinley.
Do you know someone named Haley from high school?
Like, barely. I mean, I know who she is, like, but I talked to her like once or twice. Haley's the one who told you guys everything?
Yeah.
Why didn't you guys just tell me, like, it was a joke in the beginning, because now it's on TV and I look really stupid?
But I don't want you to see, and that's what I didn't want. Like, I didn't want you to.
Can we go?
No. I'm not buying it. What about Jerica?
Who's Jerica?
Come back over here, Taylor. What's going on here? Oh, someone's here.
Here she comes.
Hello.
Hi. Is it Jerica?
Oh, that's Haley.
Oh, hi.
Hi, me.
Hi.
Hey, Taylor. I'm sorry, bro. It wasn't supposed to get this far.
So why didn't you guys stop it when I texted you and said I'm gonna write Catfish? Why didn't you just tell me then?
Honestly, once it got this deep, I felt like this would have been the best way to do it. And I felt like you deserved to know the truth.
There's like people who kill themselves for stuff like this, and I'm just really upset.
I'm sorry, bro. Honestly, like, I just really can't say anything more than that. I feel horrible. I know, I feel bad.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's just be honest. Can
Yeah.
someone just be honest? This is stupid. I just want someone to tell me the truth. This is all bull.
There is no bull. This is what you see is what you get. There's nothing
no
more
malice
to
intended.
it. Like, it just got out of hand.
We know for sure that's not what's going on here.
What else? What do you think is going on?
I think you guys and Taylor are all full of We know that's not the whole story. We know Taylor's best friend has the same phone number as the Catfish. It doesn't add up. None of it. You guys aren't fooling anybody. It's all BS. Do you have any additional things to say?
Not at all.
Why don't we take a break and
All
talk
right.
a little bit more?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, why don't we just take a quick breather?
Okay.
All right.
So, you just got a hold of Erica. She said the reason she doesn't want to be on the show is because she doesn't want to be deceptive in helping Taylor with her plan. Maybe Erica got cold feet, and then these guys got pulled in, but yeah. It's hard. Erica's concerned, like, all that stuff is bull.
Right. All right, why don't we go inside and try and figure this out? All right.
So here's how I'm feeling. I feel like maybe you guys, like, were in on it with Jerica a little bit, like, for me, like, you know, for me to have her number and stuff, and then maybe you guys are, like, protecting her because she's one of my really close friends.
Is somebody gonna say something?
I don't know Jerica.
I don't know Jerica.
I don't know Jerica. We're in too deep at this point, and things are getting out of hand. And I feel like a lot of it is coming on us. And I feel like everybody needs to take accountability for their actions and their part in the situation.
I hear what you're saying, though. You guys are taking the fall for someone else.
I mean, there's only so much that we can explain, because I've never called Jerica, I've never talked to Jerica, I've never texted Jerica. She hasn't. Only one person in this room can explain.
How did you get involved?
Taylor?
Like when you guys added me on Facebook and were just like playing around?
I'm trying to give you the opportunity to speak your truth, and then I will
And
speak
I'm
mine.
speaking my truth.
I wouldn't feel the need
Right, so
to...
I'll just say it. I'm just gonna say it. So Taylor set this up to come on TV. And then at some point, ask you guys to come on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of got in on at the end.
You basically, you three were gonna be the ones that were the catfish.
Her.
She was.
Wait, hold on, Taylor. You just said that like all of a sudden you're like agreeing with the story. You're just gonna like casually admit that like they're right and that you've been full of this whole time?
Well,
Are you ready to do that?
so Jerica decided to make it up, and I wrote it.
Okay.
And then Jerica said she didn't want to look stupid.
Okay.
So I was like, let me see if someone from Atlanta can do it. So I wrote her, but the
why?
fact that they're involved,
Why
I'm
do
not
all
in-
that? To be on the show? To boost your Instagram?
What's the origin point of why we are all sitting on this these couches right now? Like, I want to be on TV. Like what? We talked to you. You sat with us talking about this lie. We spent time and energy when we do this, like 110% into everything, and like that's.
So if they would have said no, then I wouldn't even have wrote into the show. It's not like I was gonna keep
Whoa,
finding
whoa,
people.
That's my fault.
Yeah, right. No, that's ridiculous. You don't think anything's your fault? The world is like
No,
at your
I
feet
never
to do
said
whatever
nothing
you
is
want.
my fault.
But this just like you look so gross right now. I don't even think Jerica is involved. I'm sorry. I just think the fact that you went through with this and that you so casually are just saying like, okay, yeah, that's it, and haven't once like even seemed to express any sense of remorse. You're like, life is gonna be perfect for me anyway, so like, oops, sorry. That's how I
Okay.
feel about you right now.
Okay.
So I'm finished. You guys, that's it. I got the answers I needed. I think the story's over. I'm sorry you guys got roped into this. That was unfortunate. It was a bad decision, but okay. Good luck. Sorry we had to ruin your big TV debut. And please don't ever waste my time again.
Damn.
Sir, we're
I wanna
sorry.
apologize to you.
Like, you know,
I know this is
honestly,
your job. You take
Right.
it serious. Like I said, it was a train already moving, and we kind of just hopped on
Right.
it.
Yeah, you screwed up, but glad we cleared it up.
We're sorry for wasting your time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to say something?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I know you think I'm disgusting and everything. Like, I'm not a stuck-up, rude person. Like, that's not who I am. I don't think, like, oh, who cares? It was all just a stupid idea. And that's why I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Thank you for at least coming clean. Thank you for apologizing. See ya. Here's a car pulling in.
Wait, someone's getting out.
Oh, my God. This some bull. Oh,
no.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Ashley. How are ya?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you. Neve.
Cammy. It is Ashley.
Yeah.
Right. How'd it go getting in?
I'm good.
Had you been to LA before?
No.
You've never been to LA?
I said no.
I thought you were just here doing hair for work.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you. Okay.
Oh, me then.
That's fine.
Sorry, I was just trying to make some small talk because
Right.
I'm assuming you're nervous. Anyway, we figured out that a lot of the profiles that Red has been talking to for the past 6 years are fake.
Mm-hmm.
We're assuming you're behind most or all of them.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is involved?
No.
Okay, so Shekinah, Tamar.
Me.
Right, I just want to make sure I know all of them. How many, are there some that we don't even know about?
Well, yeah. And are you doing this to anybody else? Of course. Oh, my God. I just want to know why. Like, why? What was the purpose? It just started. Why? You hopped in my inbox first.
Who, Jaleesa's? Because I don't even know you.
Well, wait, who, when you say...
And I didn't hop in nobody's inbox.
You did, though.
As Jaleesa? Was it Jaleesa?
No, you hopped in Shekinah's inbox first.
Oh, see? You're not Shekinah.
You skippity, skip, hopped.
But why?
You did the bunny rabbit and you hopped. You hopped your ass in there.
Okay.
Really?
Really?
Don't flip this on me, because you did this.
Attitude.
I'm gonna talk to you, because he the host. You the help.
Wow.
You are the one who is
Okay,
impersonating
I'ma talk
other
to
people
him.
on the
It's his
internet.
show, not
but I'm
yours.
talking
Hey,
to you, and
it's our show
therefore,
Okay,
you are
well,
here
I'm talking to her.
on our show with our cameras.
Okay.
If you
You
call me a
actually-
bitch one more time, we're gonna have a serious problem. So let's be respectful.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look, if you keep speaking to her that way, then you won't get the chance to speak to any of us.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
No.
Are you married?
No.
We just happened to notice on your Facebook page that we found that it says you are married.
I was married.
Okay. We're just trying to find
We're
out more
trying
about
to
you.
figure out the truth.
Okay, Neve.
Just tell us who you are so we know, like, what is real and what isn't.
I'm just me.
How old are you?
24.
24. Okay. And you live in Texas.
Yes, I do.
So if you're 24 now, that means you started these when you were like, or when did you first start?
Like 12 years old.
Well, okay, so your first fake profile when you were 12?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. How did you come across Jaleesa? Because she's a real person.
Instagram.
Okay, 'cause she's not really famous.
No,
right.
we're just friends on Instagram.
You
Got it.
know her personally.
On IG, yeah.
You have met her in person.
No, we know.
Okay.
We follow each other.
Yes.
We know some of these same people.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
If you break it down a little slower, I might be able to understand you even better.
Okay.
You seem upset.
I'm a blunt person. This is my personality. This is how I am.
It's
is not
different between
being
being blunt and being respectful, and you're being very
I'm being
disrespectful.
respectful.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're being very
You're really not.
disrespectful. You came up here disrespectful.
How?
Look how you talking to her.
This bird wanna hop in this
Why she
conversation.
gotta be a bird?
Well, bok bitch.
Why
Here
she
I
gotta
am.
be a
What,
bird? Because
bitch?
Yes.
she's calling you on your.
Okay, do you have any more questions, Neve? I'm not talking to these two right now.
There's a side of your personality that is different than this because you've talked to Jaleesa in a different.
I mean, yeah,
right?
I can be sweet.
Right.
I can be sweet.
Did you know that she was dating someone?
I mean, yeah, I knew.
Didn't you ever think like I should probably leave her alone?
I mean, yeah, and I did. I got married, and then I got bored. And...
We got the impression from Red, and maybe you have a different take on it, that there was a lot of talk, romantic conversation about being together and getting married.
I didn't mean that.
I hope
Well, you may not have meant it, but
Hell
like,
no.
I hope you didn't.
I'm not gay.
Well, I'm gay as like I'm
Okay.
gay.
Enjoy that. Anyway.
Brad, you look like you got a lot on your mind. You want to go talk in the car?
Sure. Come on.
I'll leave you two to it.
She's hella rude.
She is gonna look like the asshole because she
I
is a
know.
f***ing asshole.
I want to knock the out of her. Like she's hella disrespectful.
Let's get in the AC. We don't have to burn because of this bitch.
do you feel better now than you did?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, of course, you know, she gonna be mad or whatever, but I don't know what else to say.
Are you buying what she's selling? Are you buying this whole, like, I was just bored?
No.
Now, everybody has to come out on their own time. I'm sure you have your own journey with that, but it's a front. I know
She's
people
never
like
been
that.
way with me.
People like that, because they're so insecure and unhappy, will have that boisterous, just rude, like, defense mechanism because it's a front. But I don't even know if she's open enough to explain her true self to tell us.
What do you want to do now?
I mean, like, whenever she cool down, I'll be open to talk to her, but I'm not gonna talk to her right now.
Let me regroup with them.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll let them know that you're willing to sit down and talk a little bit more. And then as soon as everybody has to calm down, maybe we can meet somewhere nearby.
Okay.
You came in a little hot, especially on Cammy. We got off to a bit more
Yeah,
of
we did.
a rough start than we
We
needed
did.
to. Take some time to really think, is this how you want things to end between you and Red?
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
See, you're just trying to get under my skin, I guess.
Oh, did she leave?
Yeah, probably best if we all just take a breather. I see her and I see the way she's acting and I hear the things she's saying, and like, I just want to give her an opportunity to try and like think a little bit more deeply about like what she's done and how she feels. Because if we don't try to help her, she'll just keep making people unhappy around her forever.
So Ashley says she wants to talk?
Yeah, she said she likes the idea of sitting down to talk.
She want to get this off her chest, huh?
We'll see.
So how you gonna help this girl?
I think we need to help her deal with her feelings because I'm pretty confident you'll be okay.
Absolutely.
Her, I'm not sure. Okay, we're here. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Again.
Hi.
If you're open to it, I'd love to try and get into what's been
Yeah,
going on.
I'm better now, so I'm open to
Okay.
anything. I was just nervous about the situation. I should have took it out on you guys, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called you a bitch.
Me too.
I'm sorry. You are a good friend to me. Like, you help me out a lot in ways that you don't even know. I have a lot of going on with my mom.
Like, what's going on with her?
My mom's in a nursing home. She's been sick all my life. She has seizures. And the last seizure that she had, she's never been the same. Then a couple of years later, my grandma got cancer.
That's very hard.
It's extremely hard.
So you take care of your mom.
I try to. I have a lot of health issues. I suffer from depression. Most days I don't get out of my bed. Like, it's hard. Like, I go through a lot of like, I'm alone. I've always been alone. The only person that ever cared for me, she's gone.
So were you just looking for a friend?
Yeah, I don't have any friends. Like, I ain't got nobody.
Look, I understand. Having someone like Red is helpful, obviously.
Yeah.
But do you think having all these profiles is helping
It's
or hurting?
It's hurting.
It seems to me you're at a crucial moment. Time to start getting rid of the things that aren't helping you. You did it today. I mean, you came here knowing full well that you might cut this person, one of your only close friends, out of your life.
That's the hardest part, though.
So wait, you started the profiles when you were 12. How many profiles do you think you've had since you were 12?
3,000.
Oh my.
3,000 profiles?
Yeah. Pick your chin up, Neve.
3,000?
Wow.
3,000.
Wow.
I'm addicted, Neve.
Well, at least you admit it.
I think you need to cut the bull with yourself. Hold on. You have to start taking responsibility for yourself. It's just a choice you make. Every time you start to slip and you think like, someone made me feel bad or I can't do that.
Like each time I get, the reason why I have so many profiles is because each time I was sad, I start making a new profile. And along with making a new profile, I'm eating a chocolate cake. I'm addicted.
Get it together. Because people will like you and you will have friends and you can be happy.
I know.
But only when you stop all these profiles.
We could have been friends, just you. You need to come out the closet.
Yeah.
It's a lot nicer.
For you, I will.
Don't
You do like her
I mean, yeah, I like her.
in a romantic way.
Yes.
Have you dated women?
No.
No.
Have you talked to women online? in a
Yes, I
romantic way?
have.
Does anyone know that you're gay? Or is
She's
it
not
how
gay.
you call
I'm not gay.
Okay. Oh, you're not.
Bye.
Oh.
I don't guess I'm bi.
Does that feel good to just at least admit that?
Yep. This is my coming out party.
Good.
Wow.
What's gonna happen with you guys now? Would you like to stay friends?
I would love to be her
Okay.
friend.
What are your thoughts?
No.
That's fair.
At the end of the day, you have to keep in mind that you hurt her.
Yeah, I know. I hurt my boo.
You know that what you've been doing is wrong. So get to work, and in no time at all, things could turn around.
I'm gonna try, Neve.
Is there anything else right now?
Nope.
One right here.
Got it.
How we feeling?
I don't even know how to feel right now.
Hello?
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 Look, I live with my ex-girlfriend. And
Okay.
We couldn't do it there. This is my own house, so I want to keep it private. Can you come to the back, please?
Oh, okay. She asked us to meet her in the back.
Yeah.
She wants to keep it private.
Okay.
I guess we go this way.
It's a little too private.
Oh, here we go. Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Raven, right?
Yes.
You know
Hi, Raven. Hi, Oceana.
Oceana and Slick.
What's up, nice
Hey, nice to meet you.
So what's going on?
I found Oceana's Instagram. You know, I liked her. I liked what I saw, but I just felt like I couldn't approach her because I didn't think that she would talk to me. So I created a fake page, you know, Nelly, to talk to Oceana. And then, you know, at some point I wanted to, you know, kind of like end what was going on, but it was like hard, you know. I'm like, you know, how do I tell her that I'm not the person that she thinks she loves? So I just never ended it.
I don't even know what to say because we got on video chat. Like, that's crazy. And like being on the phone, like, y'all didn't sound alike. You know, anything that you said to me, whether you was Nelly or Raven, I was there for you, period. Like, for what? You told me that for what?
My life was up at the time. When I first met you, I was going through a lot. Me and my wife had just separated because she cheated on me in our house with one of my friends. Me and my wife, we live in the same house so we can co-parent, but we split up.
You told her your baby died.
I got a baby, like, for real. Like, I got a 9-month-old baby.
So why? Why would you lie about some like that?
Why tell her that your kid died?
Just to, like, string the lies along.
I felt bad, bro. I felt bad for you. You just threw lies out there. You don't understand how the I felt when I was sitting in there and I was hurt. You should have just told me. All of those lies did not have to be done. So, who's Kayla?
That is my best friend, like my actual best friend.
I just don't believe that.
You're telling me Kayla is an actual person?
Yeah, that's my actual best friend. She lives here in Houston.
Who's Ciara?
I don't even know who that is.
Ciara said she's friends with Kayla.
I don't know nobody named Ciara, whatever. Like, I don't know nobody with that name.
I'm so mad I can't even stop moving.
You're telling me you only had one fake profile?
Yeah, I only got one fake profile, and that was the Nelly. And
Really?
Yeah, really.
I don't know if I can believe that because it's so hard to take you serious. I don't know if you said anything true.
You're entitled to feel like that.
What about Kira?
I don't know who that is.
Nelly knew who Kira was.
Oh, your ex-girlfriend, Kira? Oh, yeah, I know Kira, but just from Instagram.
You and like Nelly and Kira like
talk, yeah.
Talk.
But not nothing like that, like not like dating or nothing. We didn't really like talk, like, you know.
But
like,
Kira's talking to Kayla.
I don't know nothing about that because I wasn't in the mix.
But Kayla and Nelly have the same phone number.
No, they don't. When Kayla was talking to Kira, they was talking on my phone.
You're telling me Kayla, your friend, started her own relationship with someone else? That doesn't make sense.
With her ex-girlfriend.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Ask her.
I just don't get how it intertwines. You just shrug off that like that?
I feel like y'all asking me questions I already explained, like, and when I feel like y'all putting me my back against the wall, like trying to, like, on some, I'm just not gonna talk. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna speak.
All right, so okay, we don't want to do
I'm
that.
gonna just be done with the situation. I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna go on about my business.
It's just like you just lied about so much. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Period.
I understand everybody is very emotional. We're just gonna take a few minutes back in the car, and then we'll meet back up.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Okay, so, Raven admitted she is Nellie. We asked her about Kayla. She said Kayla is her best friend. Sounds bogus. I mean, she's Kayla.
She's Kayla.
But, you know, she's emotional. She apparently had a rough year. Found out her wife was cheating on her with a friend. They sort of split up, but they still live together, and they're raising their daughter together.
That's what Raven said?
That's what she just told us.
Kayla told me the same thing.
Kayla's story is basically exactly Raven's story. All right, so then she's definitely Kayla. You need to come talk to her and call her out. No more lies. Here, just hang here. Hey.
Hey.
We also have Kira with us.
Yeah, I know Kira.
Yeah.
Right.
The situation with Caleb, they told me about her daughter and everything, that's the same situation she told me about. She had a daughter, she had a girlfriend, her girlfriend wound up cheating on her, but they stayed together, you know, to basically help with the daughter and everything like that. That's
That
what
didn't
she
have
told me.
nothing to do with me. I didn't tell Kira to go talk to Kayla. I didn't tell Kayla to go talk to Kira. And when she texted Kira from my phone, she deleted the messages out of my phone before she gave me my phone.
But why would she just call Kira from her own phone or text?
Because she got a husband. He goes through her phone or whatever the situation is.
You understand Kayla's story is very, very similar to your story.
Well, I don't know nothing about that.
Can you call Kayla right now? Can we ask her some questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because that would just help clear things up.
She answered the phone.
Raven, come on. You see how all the
Right, I can
arrows
understand.
point to you.
Right.
I'd like to all sit down together and just like wrap this up. Make sure everyone's asked whatever they have to ask, said whatever they have to say, and made it very clear. This needs to stop.
Okay.
How you feeling now?
I'm just like shocked as hell.
Hard to know what to do here because you can't believe anything she says. Whatever. We're only gonna get what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
So I feel like the next and only thing left to do is just to go in there, make sure we all say what we need to say.
All right.
Let's go in there. Okay. Okay. So, obviously, weird situation for us to be in, trying to sort all this out. I just want to make sure we're clear. At least when it comes to Nellie, how long did you have the Nellie profile up before you met Oceana?
Probably like a year or so. The sole purpose of the page was to make the page to talk to Oceana on. But I knew if I had 3, 4 pictures, that wasn't believable.
Wait a second. So you knew who Oceana was
Yeah.
a year before you talked to her as Nellie?
Yeah, she was attractive to me.
That's insane. That's a real commitment.
My thing is, if you really wanted that, all you had to do was just come as yourself. I would have comforted you just like I comforted you when you were Nellie.
You know, I don't want to lose you as a friend. You know, you're an amazing person. And that, you know, that's really it.
You have to understand that for Kira and Oceana, there's still a lot of suspicion that you might be Sierra and that this Kayla story might not be totally true.
Well, I mean, I already said what I gotta say about the situation. I already said that I don't got it. She's a real person. I've told my truth, and that's just that.
Moving forward, I assume you're not going to keep the Nellie profile.
No, there ain't no purpose for it.
I think that everybody in the room has expressed some type of like misplacement of affection. At this point, you chopped that in the butt.
I'm sorry that I kind of like put your life on hold, playing with your feelings, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you forgive me.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, wow.
I'm extremely nervous just because of everything we found out.
so much we don't know about him.
Yeah.
We don't really know his motives.
Mhm.
But I just want to remind you, we're here to just back you up. What do you think about what we're doing?
Just a mixture of nervous and excited.
I'm nervous to meet this guy.
Although I turn my eyes from you, I'm filled with fright. My love for you is eating me from the inside out. Starving me, I do, starving me, I do.
This is his street. That's it, right? All right, so I'll park here. So, we're here. What do you want to do?
Go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'll text him, tell him we're downstairs. All right. I think we'll just wait, sort of over here. Let's just hang here. Let him come down. Don't worry. Okay? Here's Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Neve.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian.
Hi.
This is Jen.
Hi.
And we brought her from Iowa, just like I said we would. That comes as a bit of a shock, I think, for Jen and also us, is that you're not the guy that we saw in the pictures, and your name's also not Skylar.
Yeah, I basically pretended to be Skylar because I never wanted it to reach that point where she would know who I am.
So let me just get this straight. So do you have true feelings for Jennifer?
I don't have any like emotional feelings towards her. I would never be able to have like a romantic relationship with her.
Then why the are we here?
Well, she's actually not the only girl I spoke to. And felt like out of all the girls, this is like the perfect time. This is the perfect girl to finally come clean to and end like Skylar.
What are you ever hoping to gain from all of these half-true friendships that you have online? What's the point?
I wanted to like brush up my game, and this is just something I do.
You understand this all makes you look like a huge right?
Yeah.
Because I don't really give a that you wanted to come clean and set the story straight for all the other girls that you're being a to. Why did I bring this awesome, amazing girl from Iowa so that you could clear your conscience?
Because I feel like it's good for her to finally know the truth. And
You could have told her that on the phone, though, right?
yeah, but in a way, I wanted to end Skylar, and I feel like by telling Jen who I am, like that ends Skylar.
Right, but that's all about you. That's you taking care of your business and not really caring about how that's affecting someone else. It's kind of selfish.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't really care anymore. First of all, I'm really impressed at how well you're handling this.
So you're literally fishing and hooking girls and then just kind of tossing them back into the ocean with scars.
I would stop speaking to them.
But are you sorry? Or do you feel like you kind of didn't do anything wrong here?
I don't know if I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And I was giving her like a gift of being in that relationship.
You were giving her a gift?
Yeah, I mean, she was happy, and I know I was leading her on, but I knew it would never be permanent.
You told us on the phone that you had real feelings for her and wanted to see where this would go. And then you just kind of come out here and just straight up are like, I had no emotional feelings. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Which is not what you told us on the phone.
Yeah.
I think you got to take a hard look in the mirror and ask yourself what you're doing. It just seems really shallow that you would lead these girls on to brush up on your game.
I guess it could seem that way, yeah.
You're gonna have a shallow, miserable existence and people are gonna think you're a douchebag.
I guess I just don't understand, like, what he was saying with how he was trying to, like, brush up on his game or whatever.
You've got an opportunity now, on behalf of all the girls that this guy's been playing with, to tell him exactly how you feel about him. I encourage you to consider that.
Okay. I thought you liked me. And apparently these other girls thought that you liked them too. And you didn't consider how I felt. And you lied to them. And you're wasting all of this time. And you're wasting my time. Why did you even come down?
I wanted to come clean to you face to face.
But did you want to come clean to me? Or did you just want to feel better about yourself?
I wanted to come clean to you because I felt like you were special. You have a cool personality. You're different than most girls.
So you picked the coolest girl to reveal how much of a you were.
It's more of a move to lie.
But are you even admitting the fact that you're a or are you just saying it because all these people are looking at you?
No, I felt like it's the best thing to come clean to you.
I don't even know if I believe that. Did you consider the fact that I did like you?
No, I didn't. I wasn't as concerned about your feelings.
By successfully avoiding being yourself with the handful of girls that you talk to on the internet, you've now revealed yourself to basically women around the world for being, exactly who you are.
It's not a good portrait.
Once it reached its peak, I would be gone. I wouldn't drag it on.
Exactly. Where would I be? Where would I be?
You have a sense of self-confidence. I knew that about her. I knew that she's stable.
How did you know?
What you've done is cruel. Do you get that?
No.
You don't get it. Doesn't matter how much I stand here, you really don't get it.
You've done an incredible job of being honest, and holding true to who you are. He's a mess. It's gonna be frustrating, and you're gonna feel anger and the resentment for him, but that's okay. All that matters is that you did what was right and true for you. And the example that you're gonna set and the people you're gonna help through this makes it totally worth it.
Let's get the out of here.
Oh. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hi. What's up?
What are we going to get?
Take your time, no rush. I guess it's okay if you're nervous. Just try to, relax, take some deep breaths. Take it slow. Why don't you tell me how you're feeling? Nervous? Okay, I understand. There are 3 very friendly guys out here, myself included. Just want to say hello and chat for a minute. Whenever you're ready.
I can't go out there.
Do you want me, can I just come in maybe first and then we can go out together?
Okay.
Does that work?
Okay.
Come in first.
Door's opening. Door's opening. Eve's going inside. Eve has disappeared inside.
He got further than me.
Don't have to be upset or worried. You'll feel better, and he'll feel better. Couldn't pick a nicer guy. All right?
Give me a second.
Come on. Okay, at least let me hold your hand.
Give me a second.
Come on, you got this. You're already there. You're already there. It's over. Ready?
Yeah.
Someone's coming out.
Okay, good. Nice. That's it. It's almost all it is.
You know this person?
This is Nicole. We're taking our time. Come on. Nicely done. Nick? Nicole?
Nice to meet you.
You've been the one talking to Nick the whole time? Okay.
So why? You've had months to just be honest.
I don't want you to think that I'm some type of a malicious person, because I'm not. When I made the profile, I didn't even really talk to anybody. But then when I started talking to you, it was just like, it was easy, because it's just like, let's just be real. You wouldn't look at me the same way that you looked at that person, because I am not. Sometimes I don't feel good about myself.
The hard part's over. Look, I know this was a lot. We want to know why this started as much as you want to share with us.
I'm sorry, I can't do this right now. I'm sorry.
Leaving it all unsaid. Cause I
ruined somebody's life.
What do we do now?
We should give her some space. We should go. She definitely seems to be struggling with...
The anxiety problem seems real.
Yes.
Let's regroup tomorrow and see where we stand.
I am such a terrible person.
Please don't make this hard.
Well, this has got to be her.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm Neve.
Hi.
Of course, you know CJ. But we don't know who you are.
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Okay, nice to finally meet you. Do you want to explain what's going on here?
I don't even know where to start.
What's your deal? I mean, what of Shayna is true? What's not true? Who are you?
I think Shayna, as a general person, that's really who I am.
Yeah, maybe the
But,
personality.
Yeah.
I got a question. So this whole time you was in Syracuse?
Yeah.
Why did you tell me that you live in New Jersey?
I made up like New Jersey and other places I lived to try to like get away from the situation because I felt bad.
How did you keep it for like 8 years? Like,
just didn't tell anybody.
So if you never had any intentions on meeting him, what was the point of all of this?
I honestly, I don't know. I had a lot of, when I made the Facebook, I was in a situation, was trying to catch the person I was with cheating. So I made the Facebook to do that. That's how I ended up talking to CJ.
how did you get all those pictures though?
Some girl that was friends with my son on Facebook.
Oh, how many kids do you have?
5.
Wow.
Do you really have a daughter?
I do. I call her.
Was she really sick and stuff?
No.
So you set up a GoFundMe page for a daughter with
I
fake
did.
cancer. That's seriously sick. Were you?
I think I was trying to cover the lie that I had told him. I didn't have like, it wasn't, oh, well, I'm just gonna rob people of their money. It was another lie to cover another lie to cover another lie.
Who was Destiny?
Me.
Are you serious? Why did you tell me that you died?
I really just wanted to be done with the situation. I didn't want to keep lying, but then I felt bad because you were really hurt over.
But then you started talking to other people as Destiny. And obviously continued talking as Shayna too, because we reached out to a handful of people on Shayna's Facebook page, and most of them have very similar stories to CJ.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd done it to one person, you maybe could say you felt bad. But to see that you've been doing it to, I don't even know how many. I mean, do you even know how many people you've talked to as her?
No, most of them, minus CJ, was more or less to just keep that image going so that people wouldn't think that it was a fake Facebook. I never took those conversations seriously. It wasn't...
Well, they did take it seriously. I understand the original reason for making the Shayna profile was something else. But when you met CJ, was it just for fun to talk to him, or did you...
I really cared about, like, I really started having feelings for him.
Right, but he was 17, and you're not in your 20s, no offense. How old are you?
38.
Wow. So, okay, you were 30 when you met him.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it.
But you knew he was 17 when you met him.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up. Like, it's one thing to mess with people your own age, but like, to mess with a kid for 8 years of his, like, young adult life?
I don't know, I'm just hurt about it, like, cause...
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
That's not true. He had girlfriends that you with.
Yeah, when I was in a relationship and stuff, and you sabotaged some of my relationships, and you was in a relationship with other people too. Some of them
You never texted or messaged any of the girls he was dating?
I don't remember that.
Are you serious? That's crazy. I gotta go for a second.
Why don't I do it for
You good? After everything we've been through, 8 years, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. It's 8 years worth of lies. I'm hurt, honestly.
Are you okay?
He's so much a part of my life. All my good moments, all my bad moments. When I needed somebody to talk to, he was always there. And I was just always worried that he was just gonna not be there anymore. And then I was afraid he was gonna hate me on top of that.
And she said she did sabotage some of my relationships. She did.
8 years and she's doing the same thing with other people.
For everybody else, right?
I feel horrible.
Do you? Because I'm hearing you express feelings for yourself and not wanting him to hate you, but like, it doesn't take into account the fact that...
That I deceived him?
Yeah. So I think for his sake, think a little bit about him.
Okay.
Dig a little deeper. And then let's meet back up.
Yeah.
All right, great. So I'll speak to you soon.
All right.
We're gonna meet back up with her in a little bit.
They're waiting and hoping I'm not enough.
Park is about 6 minutes away. Oh, who's this?
That's Courtney.
Oh,
What the?
uh-oh. Is she trying to say something else?
What is she doing?
Aubrey, come here. I have to say something.
She said she has to say something to you.
Aubrey. I don't want you to go to the park and Brian not show up because I'm Brian.
So wait, there is no Brian. There's no meeting at the park. You're the one we've been messaging with.
What the? Oh my God.
I'm sorry the way everything happened. I really have a lot of feelings for you.
Like all these feelings and stuff are new to me. I didn't know what to do or how to feel.
Wow. You could have told me, like, we live together. Why would you lie to me, though?
I was talking to Janisa about how I felt about you, and she was basically helping me come up with ideas. She actually created the Brian Snapchat. She did everything.
What's confusing to me is, like, how does making a fake dude...
I don't know, Janisa was just like, you should just make a Snapchat and talk to her, like, just to get to know her, so I would know everything, like, what she like, what she doesn't like, before I push her as myself. So that's when we were talking for those months.
So you were just trying to get to know her so that eventually would feel like you were ready as yourself to start trying to be friends. So, but why didn't that happen? It's you had 3 months.
Well, I don't know, like, I was just nervous, I was scared.
What inspired you to finally come clean, and why did you think this was the best way to do it?
Janisa came up with this idea of Catfish, the show. We've been talking for long, and we weren't going anywhere, so I wanted to try something new, and I just agreed to it.
That's heavy.
Oh, so wrong.
I don't know when she wrote into the show. I wasn't around her when she wrote in. I honestly thought, like, she was just playing about it. I didn't know she was for real gonna do it. And I really didn't want it to happen this way. I was trying to back out of it.
So is that what was going on yesterday with that weird text from Patrick?
Yes, I didn't know what to do. I asked Patrick if he could help come up with some way of getting me out of this. But like right now, like I'm scared, awkward, like it's awkward, I'm nervous, I'm embarrassed. I'm basically coming out in front of everybody.
How do you feel?
Like, I feel betrayed, really. It's like, I live with her, like, she my roommate, so it's like, I wouldn't think, like, you'd be the last person I would think that she was, like, catfishing me.
I feel like you could have did it a different way. Now she doesn't feel comfortable in her own home, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, the messed up thing is that now Aubrey has to deal with the fact that her friend Janisa has also been lying to her.
And she lied to us.
And is Janisa here?
Yeah, she's in her room.
Because I think we probably want to talk to her also.
I'll go get her.
Ugh. It is really cold.
You mind if I put this on her? She's like, shit.
No, yeah.
Thank you.
Come on over here. Janisa?
I want to tell you I apologize and I'm so sorry. The goal was to get her to come out to you and let you know that how much she cares about you. It wasn't to like embarrass you at all. I really care about both of y'all and I wanted y'all both happy. It wasn't like to be evil at all.
But you could have told me though, like you supposed to be my friend. You could have been like, hey, Courtney got a crush on you or something. I feel betrayed by you and then I feel betrayed by you too because you're supposed to be my friend.
I really do feel bad and I apologize.
That's so forced. Just for you to think that that would be any type of healthy relationship anyway, even if it did develop, like, and to me, it's damn near out of pocket for you to feel like that's your place, you know? Because they're both your friends.
Yeah.
Very mastermind.
Courtney, I get having a crush on someone and not necessarily knowing if they like you back. But I mean, what's confusing to me is you've been in very close proximity to her for a while. Did you ever pick up on like a potential vibe from her that maybe she was into you or even like interested in women?
I mean, no, like when we are like around each other, my vibe is just like we cool with each other.
It's just not 2 + 2 ain't equal 4 around this bitch. Like, I just feel like both of you never incorporated her feelings at all.
I understand what you mean, like, I understand. I went about it a selfish way because I was only like focused on her when I should have been like thinking about you too. And I apologize, I really do. I don't want you like just hate me, even though like you probably already do, but.
All right, why don't you give us a minute just to try to check in with Aubrey. We'll see you in a few. You all right?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It just feels kind of messed up and gross. Janisa decides she's gonna run into Catfish, puppeteering this whole situation from the beginning. Like, that's not in your best interest. That just feels really...
grimy.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm probably just gonna leave and just go chill for a little bit.
Yeah, if I were you, I don't know if I'd want to go up there right now. Why don't you do your thing, we'll meet back up, and then we can invite them to meet us somewhere and hash it out.
All right, sounds good.
Aubrey, are you leaving?
Wow, it really is like a Shakespeare play. This girl's in love with her, they're roommates, she doesn't say anything, she makes the fake profile to talk to her.
Friends don't do that. Janisa was never her friend.
The Janisa situation is like a whole other thing.
I don't think she understands the damage she's done, and she needs to know.
There she is. Time to confess.
Hey, you guys.
What's up?
Hi, what is Cece doing here?
Well, okay, so yesterday we did some investigation. We found some things. We want to go through all that with you. But this morning, Cece called us back, and then she asked to come over here and talk to you.
Okay.
You know that guy Jordan you've been talking to?
Yes. What about him?
I've been talking to him.
What?
Yeah.
When did you even start talking to Jordan?
Like a few weeks ago. We've been texting. He calls me.
He calls you?
Yeah.
Like a relationship, talking?
Yeah. You don't even seem that serious about him.
What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm not serious?
Yeah, Brandon.
Why the would you? Oh my God, I cannot stand. I can't even talk right now. This is so messed up.
Whatever.
Doesn't make any sense.
It don't make sense that you was talking to two dudes at the same time.
It doesn't matter.
That
That's my situation.
It don't
you know that I'm
matter.
with Jordan.
Well, me talking
Why
to
would
Jordan
you talk
is my
to him?
situation.
I don't have anything to say to you, so.
You told her the truth. Now let's move on to the next issue, which is who the hell this guy is anyway. But we can do that with just you.
I don't want her. No, I don't want her.
I think that's understandable. And then we can call you later and sort of fill you in, but I think maybe that's a good place to leave it for the moment. A lot of roads end here.
I didn't even know it was a fountain over here. Watch out.
We're just meeting him at this fountain?
He said the fountain. Just chill here then, I guess, so we can see when they get here. Just establish as wide a perimeter as we can.
I feel like someone's going to like roll up on us right now.
Well, there's always that sort of weirdness. Here comes a guy on a bike.
There he is.
He sort of looked like he was coming over here, but I don't think so. Where is Angel?
She's taking forever. Maybe she's here with him.
I had a crazy thought that maybe it is Angel.
Fixing
And
herself?
then she made this whole thing, I don't know. And then she just made the whole thing up.
Oh,
Is that her?
Yeah. That's Angel, right?
And that maybe she's in love with you.
That'd be crazy.
That's Angel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you.
Kinda. Feeling nervous. Good to see you too.
So we're just waiting.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what the heck's going on here. It's not you, is it?
No.
So you're not Jordan?
No, I'm not Jordan.
You're not Jordan.
Well, it's 2:30.
You ain't heard from him.
No.
You want to know why you ain't heard from him? Because I'm Jordan. Stupid bitch.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't understand. So you made the profile. It's been you the whole time.
Yep.
Why would you do this for this long?
It don't matter how long I've been doing it. You had it coming.
What did she have coming?
This girl been stealing dudes from me for years. How does it feel? Because it don't feel good, right? It don't feel good.
What is this?
So you created the profile.
Yes, I did.
To match with her, because you knew she was on Tinder.
I was eventually gonna tell her, but she wanted to meet Jordan, so here I am.
What are these guys that you stole? Is that true, or?
I don't know what she's talking about.
You don't? Use your brain. You don't know? You stole 3 dudes from me, Angel?
I didn't steal anybody from you.
Roy, Troy, and Chris.
What?
I guess this would have been like years ago.
Yes.
There were some guys that you started talking to. Relationships, or these were guys that you
I wasn't in a relationship, but we were talking, in the midst of talking. These are people that could have been potential for me. Oh, I'm drunk. I was sitting on his lap. That's you don't do. Once she was at a party, she magically appeared on his lap. It didn't feel good.
There's actually a lot of people here, which is sort of, could be any of these people. Okay.
I don't know what to think right now.
Do a little wiggle, right? Do a little wiggle.
All right, well, you should be there pretty soon.
Is this a lift?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Although, I don't think there's anyone in there, is there?
Oh.
Are they stopping or not?
Okay.
No, they're just parked. Also loud.
There was definitely someone in the car.
All right. Oh.
That's some bull.
Hey, Chelsea. I'm real.
Hey, Neve.
Lenny.
Tallulah.
Hi.
Well, welcome. We're all a little surprised.
Yeah.
Why?
I think there were some things that
yeah.
might have seemed like maybe it wasn't gonna be you coming out of the car.
Like what?
Never FaceTime.
Yeah, I mean, kind of hard with my schedule. You know, I have like, 2 different jobs and...
I know, but a 5-minute FaceTime.
Yeah. I think you're communicating something more
Right.
by not doing it than just by, okay, hey, what's up? I'm a real person.
I guess, yeah.
I have a busy schedule too. Like I do like 2 jobs plus my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
You made a sort of allusion to there being something that you were concerned or maybe like insecure or uncertain about. Is there something that Chelsea doesn't know?
No, it's just, I mean, she has seen me on TV, like she has that understanding of me.
Yeah, but like I never like had this idea of you or that you had to meet this expectation or anything.
I'm just kind of concerned with, like how you picture me in your head versus reality.
Yeah.
We talked to your friend Pierce. He said you might have someone else administrating your Facebook page?
Kind of had somebody that was in control of that whenever I was on the TV show. So.
Is someone still actively administrating?
Like that never even crossed my mind. Like it's just kind of.
Because obviously, if you're giving them your login, it's kind of
Sarah messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there kind of some
I mean,
rules with that?
Yeah, they're not supposed to like snoop too much.
Okay, but we also asked Pierce if the number Chelsea had is the same number he had. He said no.
Yeah, he might have my older one.
Do you have a really old number that you don't use anymore?
I have a work phone.
Work phone, okay. We found some weird names associated with your phone number. Bruman?
Oh, that's my sister and my brother-in-law.
Your sister's Facebook page has your phone number on it.
That's weird, I didn't know that. We have a family plan together, so.
Right, but yeah,
But,
so a little weird.
yeah.
I mean, it's almost crazier that it's you and that there was all this mystery around you, not FaceTiming, and that could have been easily
explained by a few things.
Maybe that could have been communicated to her.
Okay, and that just brings me to like the big question for us. Where are you with your feelings towards Chelsea? You guys have obviously talked about being together and maybe starting a family, and,
Like
and you're an
moving to
adult.
Utah and
Right,
having kids
visiting.
and getting married. There's some big words. I've never said that to somebody. Like it's just kind of that's major, you know? You don't just say those things.
I mean, you know, it's kind of like a long distance thing. Flights are kind of expensive. I wanted to save up. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm working like 2 jobs, you know, so I could possibly see her.
But you knew plane tickets were expensive when you said, I want to come see you. Like, I can't tell if you really want to make it work or if you kind of like that it can't work, and it's sort of nice that it's far enough away that like you can have it but not have to do too much.
If it were possible for us to have a relationship, like I would totally be down. It's just, you know, the struggle of, you know, living so far away from each other.
But I think you're jumping to the end of the game. Like, why didn't you ever draw her back?
Yeah.
You know, she did one for you.
Well, I actually made one about 6 months ago for her, but I brought my wrong notebook today.
Cool.
Why don't we just take 2 seconds just to check in? We can chat a little bit. You guys can chat a little bit.
It's all a bit of this. I wanted to, but I didn't, you know?
Seems like she's upset.
Yeah.
I think that even if there were obstacles, that's a bull excuse.
Yeah, I'm here, he's here.
He needs to be showing up here, wowing you.
Yeah, he has to talk, please. Like, say something.
If this is really how it
Chelsea really thought like, whoa, this could be a real relationship.
I'm not like leading her on or anything, you know, if that's what you're implying. Well, I feel pretty strongly for her. It's just, I didn't know if, you know, we would ever actually get to meet.
Obviously, he's into you, but that's not enough. You know what I mean? He needs to be showing up here, wowing you.
Yeah.
Mom told me this once, if you turn the volume down, like, what's there?
It's like actions.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
She's been sort of pumping the brakes with this other guy that she just started seeing because she's not sure where things are with you.
Didn't realize that.
Yeah. If you really want to make this work, let her know. Why don't we walk over there and you guys can chat?
Okay.
I think the move here is to let you guys talk without us. It'd be good for you guys to at least sort of know where you are with each other. Take some time. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
This is pretty weird, but I'm glad that I can actually meet you.
We're here. I'm real. But what do you want?
I mean, I would, you know, I would like a relationship.
You'd like one, but like, you've said that before.
Going about, you know, figuring out how to do that, that's the tough part.
That's just not an answer, though, you know, like. I don't feel like you ever really had the intention of having anything serious. You just liked the idea, and I think I liked the idea, too. But, like, that's it. I want to leave today and move on with my life. We'll be friends.
Is there a doorbell?
I don't see one. I don't see anything. Hello?
Oh, there isn't. There's another door. You do the honors.
door doesn't look like it gets used a lot, though. The house kind of feels like nobody's here. That doesn't feel super lived in, right?
It's blocked. It's upstairs.
Oh, I see someone.
You do?
Yeah. No, I definitely see someone. Someone just came down the stairs.
Come around to the back.
Here, it was a woman and boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Do you want to come down and say hello?
So you're Catfish. That's crazy.
Thank you for agreeing to meet us. Just to be very clear, you've been talking to Dejan.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My real name is Gervais.
All right.
Whoa.
Sydney, who we met yesterday, is that your cousin?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm okay. It's overwhelming.
Yeah. 21 months down the drain. I didn't know who you were. Got a whole bunch of questions.
Can we just get your stats? Are you 30?
Yeah, I'm 30.
And do you have a son?
No.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you ever ran into Dejan before? Because you guys live really close to each other.
No.
What happened? Why did you mess with me? I mean, for one time, just be real.
I didn't even, like, this is not intentional. Like, it just happened, I guess. In the beginning, it was a game. I was fishing one day on POF, and some type of way, he just got hooked. It wasn't necessarily you I was fishing for. It just happened. And, like, over the little years, you know, we just grown to be close, I guess, you know?
You had me believing in a whole nother woman.
No, I had you looking at a whole nother woman. But the woman that you talk to every day was me.
Why use somebody else's photos? Like, you're an attractive woman, you have beautiful eyes. Why not use pictures of yourself?
When you're behind that person, you can do and you can be and you can create the image that you want to portray to somebody else. And I don't know how people are gonna respond to me because I already know how I've been tormented in my past. You know what I'm saying? I know how I've been judged. Cachet probably might be a little bit better than my real person.
When did you first start making a fake profile?
I've been fishing since before Catfish was really Catfish. Like the chat lines, the phone chat lines and stuff like that. It was like a outlet.
How many profiles have you had?
Ain't no telling.
I was so caught up in Cachet that, like, a couple months ago, went and purchased a engagement ring. I was that serious.
Because you guys talked about starting a life together.
Yeah. I forked over a lot of money for that damn ring, thinking that I found my one.
I'm sorry, Dejan. I'm sorry. I care about you. Like, I care about you. I didn't want to hurt you, okay?
I can't do nothing but stand here as a woman, as me, and apologize and hope that you can still try to start over as friends. That's, you know.
I mean, I need some air real quick. This is a bit much for me. Oh, Lord. This is crazy as hell. Totally different people. Nothing was real.
What do you think drove you to kind of hide behind these profiles?
I had a terrible childhood, and I was not nobody's friend. I found Catfish. She was really, really pretty, and like my profile just didn't work like hers did. Catfish is just very nice and just, I don't know.
Are you not nice?
She's just different. I get nervous. I laugh when I'm nervous.
That's fine.
I cry, like, I'm weird.
I don't think you're that weird. You're different, you're interesting.
Thank you.
My only issue with it is that you're really hurting other people.
Everything was lies. Everything. I was in love with a figment of my imagination, or a figment of someone else's imagination. I don't know. I've never went through no situation like this. This is crazy as hell. I don't even know that girl. I don't. I've never felt this way ever.
Should we go back?
Yeah, if you want to.
I don't want to do this anymore. I care about that man. He's a good-hearted person. I never meant to hurt him.
We're back.
Why don't we go inside and we can all sit down and we can talk a little bit more.
That's fine.
This is it.
This is it. Dirt road now. Mystery Man Road. Dangerous game. Look at this lake. What? What's that?
There's a guy out there. Could he be the guy on the boat?
I don't know.
Hard to tell.
He's looking over here. I just can't see his face.
That's sketchy.
Unless that's not even him?
I don't know. Doesn't look like some of them in the pictures.
Didn't seem too interested in us. Well, he told us to meet him here.
What is going on here?
I don't get it.
Does the trail end here? I don't understand. Oh, wait, leave.
Oh, God.
It's him.
He's real.
It's him.
He's real and he's alive and he looks like him too.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm Max.
Good to meet you.
Hi.
Brandon. Yes, sir.
Eve.
Good to meet you.
Just checking.
So, seeing as it is you, that obviously raises some questions for us.
Where's your truck? What's up with that phone call?
My truck's broken again, like always. So that's why I got my four-wheeler upbird.
So you just had that, okay.
That's what I use
why
on
we're
the
in
hunt
middle of
property all the
nowhere.
time when I'm working food plots and all that stuff. That's the beast that I use.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This morning freaked us all out.
Yeah.
It had
That
me
wasn't cool.
freaked out a little bit too. So
Could handle it, like, more calmly and
I
irrationally.
was aggravated already, and
Well, it felt like you were hiding something or... you're a totally different
Well, if I was
person.
hiding something, I'd be over the hills right now.
Well, right. So
I wouldn't be standing here.
But the truck is actually at a shop.
Oh, yeah.
So that just happened to happen today.
Yeah.
And
oh,
in
yeah.
Louisiana?
Yeah. It happens every time I try to see you. I know.
What happened in Louisiana? How did that all go down?
That, we were supposed to meet. She had to leave on Friday, which Mudfest went till Sunday.
It started on Wednesday.
Uh-huh. Who shows up on a Wednesday, though?
People who work.
Y'all work during the week.
That's a good point.
So you just genuinely did plan on getting there and seeing her, but things you got hung up and you missed her by a few hours or something.
We actually took pictures of, I took a picture of myself in our campsite, and she was in my campsite and took a picture of herself. We missed each other by like 2 hours.
What about visiting her in Texas?
I've always, not very wealthy person, pretty strapped for cash usually, and always dealing with my truck, and that's a, long ways to go on a broken truck.
Who's William?
William? That's
Yes.
my pops, my old man.
It was the dad, after all.
Yeah, that's my dad.
We were also a little curious, when we spoke to your friend, Justin. He hadn't heard about Kelsey. He'd never mentioned her.
I keep, pretty much my stuff, my business to me. I've mentioned her, to friends, but not like, told them everything about her, stuff like that. They'll see me, looking at my phone, text messages and stuff and smiling and whatever. Who's that? Well, it's Kelsey.
I mean, that answers most of our questions.
I'm not done.
You're not done?
Nope.
You're not convinced?
You got to pass a few more tests before I'm willing to bless this. You don't have another girlfriend right now?
No,
You don't have
absolutely
some
not.
girl in some other zip code?
No.
So do you have feelings for Kelsey that are in line with everything you've told her on the phone and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. She's an awesome girl. Yeah.
I'm just like, what? Are you on the universe's side yet, Max? Are you officially on the universe's side, Max?
Yes, he's been telling the truth. You got yourself a real deal
Redneck Romeo.
You got yourself a redneck Romeo.
I'm like so excited.
Seriously. Oh, man. Finally get that damn hug. It's only been 4 years. What are you talking about?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna separate you for 1 second. I'm gonna bring Kelsey over here. Yeah.
Should I go?
Yeah, you
Here?
go with Redneck Romeo. Is everything cool?
Absolutely. I'm stoked. It's a shocker. I honestly was on your team on the inside. I was doubting a lot.
And what do you
playing
feel
it
about what
cool.
he said?
Coming from a small town and being a single mom, I understand budgets. So I believe him. He hasn't lied to me. I don't think he's lied to me at all about anything.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for her. You guys still live far away from each other.
Right,
She's got a
right.
kid. There's a lot of things to work through.
Right, there's a lot of
Yeah,
things
but-
to consider and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I'm happy to hear that you're definitely interested.
Definitely got feelings for her.
Yeah, I mean, no, she's
definitely
she's
unique.
super unique.
Happily ever after doesn't normally happen to me. So thank you guys for making this happen.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes good people get what they deserve.
I'm gonna cry. Don't.
All right.
You go for a ride?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's why I wanted to meet her. I promised her some mud.
I do see 2 helmets on that ATV.
Yeah. I answer all your questions?
Yes, sir. You got the job. All right.
Well, you guys have a good day.
Look at you.
I don't believe it.
Wow.
I hate to say it, but I told you.
I'll be damned. It's him. All right, you two. Be safe.
I'll try to keep her clean.
All right.
There they go.
There it is.
Wow.
Happy ending.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's awesome. All right, man. We did it. It's on him now.
We're gonna call this a thing.
Yep. Call it a thing.
All right, here's the park.
What's wrong?
I'm worried about Carol and that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking like what's going through her mind. I just want everything to just be, you know, okay. I so wish Akira could have came.
I don't think you'd want Akira there.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on out here. Okay, man, let's do this. Crazy, man.
I think I see her.
What the f?
Jamie?
Does it look like her?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy, cuz. This is crazy.
Hi,
How you doing? Neve.
I'm Jamie.
Cammy.
Nice to meet you.
Obviously, you know William.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk out here? It's a little dark under there. So what's going on?
A lot.
You're Jamie.
Yeah.
Whole time, you're Jamie.
But I did tell you in text who I was, and I sent you pictures.
You're right, because we
just
saw.
Yeah.
So when you first met him, were you lying about the
Yes, I
pictures?
was.
Okay, so initially you were using different pictures. So you admitted that you were using the wrong pictures, and you sent him
Yes.
the right pictures.
Yeah.
But then did you go back to using fake pictures again?
Yeah, because he kept on not really believing that that was me. So I said I would just, like in my head, I said I would go along with it.
So that is confusing.
Yeah.
For him. I mean, for most people, I would think they would get it.
When I started developing feelings that I had, I came clean. Because I felt it was the right thing to do.
Thank you. You are the first person. You lied about who you were, then you got into a relationship, you had feelings for him, so you told him the truth.
Yeah, because it was bothering
You
me
didn't want
for
to
a
believe
while.
it.
I didn't want to believe it.
What's up with all the money? Because that's very confusing to us.
I had feelings for him, and I just wanted to help him out.
Just because you liked him?
Because she loved me.
Yeah.
And so that was just your money that...
Yeah, I was making on social media. I mean, I never really had a really serious relationship. And it was like, if I sent him money, yeah, it would keep him around. And I look at it now that I shouldn't have done that, but because I couldn't break how I felt, then I just kept doing it.
These other accounts that I think you created to mess with him and other girls that he was dating, is that?
No.
Did you not make any of those accounts?
No.
But you've contacted Akira.
No. I mean, I don't know what messages that is
Well,
referring
saying,
to.
I know where you live.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Yeah, I've said that, but I didn't actually, like, think it through like I was actually gonna do that.
You didn't try to log into her Instagram account?
No, there's no way I could have done that.
I don't see nobody else doing that.
I didn't have a valid reason to go after Akira.
Well, yes, you did.
You do.
Love
Honestly,
him and
yeah.
have a relationship with him, and then he started dating Akira.
I wouldn't blame you because I would be pissed off too. I would be like, who the hell do you think you are, just like walking all over me?
And you had FaceTime me that we wouldn't have been doing it.
I feel like you're really judgmental
Oh my
at times.
God.
You are.
I'm judgmental?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm judgmental. I don't judge people.
At times, you were calling me ugly. I don't think that's right. I would not say that to you.
So wait, so after you showed him pictures of yourself, he said, I'm not attracted to this girl, she's ugly.
Yeah.
That's...
And he said that he didn't find my actual voice attractive.
You said her voice was ugly?
Yeah, I said her voice was ugly. I don't remember though, but yeah.
I do.
You don't have a lot of memories of a lot of things.
Because I try to forget.
I remember everything. I pretty much keep all of our combos. I have everything, yeah.
That's how much you was in love with me, huh?
Yeah.
You really did love me.
What are your feelings toward William now?
I still love him. I do. I think he is a great person regardless of me feeling hurt.
So
Yeah.
you would like to still have a relationship of some kind, and
Yeah.
obviously you still have strong feelings for him.
Yeah.
But he's in a relationship, so do you have any, what are your feelings now towards Jamie. I mean, do you want to still be friends?
No. I just feel like we should just go our separate ways, move on from this. Because Kara, she thinks like, if, you know, we talking that I still have feelings, I still love her and care about her. But that's not the case at all. Because I love Kara and I wouldn't do that. I'm not a cheater.
William, if you don't want to be friends with Jamie, then you also can't be accepting her money.
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry for everything I did, or if you feel I feel like I hurt you, I apologize for that.
I feel the same way. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you about a lot of things.
Well, I think that moving forward, you're gonna find somebody who truly loves you and respects you, and you won't feel judged.
Yeah.
Because you do strike all of us, I think, as a really great person, and you deserve to have that. This guy.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's that. Goodbye.
Good luck, girl.
Thank you.
Any goodbye?
Nope. I'm cold. I'm ready to leave. Ready to go.
Bye.
Ready to go home to my baby.
You ain't.
I'm not.
You not.
Man, Kara,
You better go back there and give Akira the biggest hug in the world.
Man, I am.
Get your ass in the car.
I thank God. Oh.
All right. Well, you've got to go clean up this mess you made with Akira.
Just mad. I understand I was wrong in some ways, you know, but all I want to do is just move on with my life with Akira.
This is it. This is the street.
I'm a little nervous. This is crazy.
Okay, let's do it. This is the house. You guys hang here. I'll knock.
You must feel kind of nervous, right? Because I'm nervous. You gotta feel.
I see it in your face.
Right. I see it in your face for sure. Maybe you're making me nervous. I don't know. Yeah, this is gnarly. I've never done anything like this. Geraldine.
Hey, how you doing? Neve.
Geraldine?
Yeah, she's nervous, you can tell. Still not your type?
I mean, she's a stud, so.
Geraldine, this is Hundra. And this is Machine Gun Kelly, aka Kels. Go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, you're not Emily.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me explain. At first, it was just a game to me.
Yeah, but I came looking for you on the page. It's not like you went after me. I wrote you first.
I know, because I was just trying to get my ex mad.
Oh, so that's Melanie, right?
Yeah,
What's that?
Melanie.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait, let me see that. We're talking about the same Melanie here?
Yep.
Wow. Did she get a tattoo?
Well, we were engaged, yeah. We both have.
You guys were engaged?
Yeah.
So you were like crazy in love with her. So that must have sucked.
It did suck.
When she was like, you know what? I think I'm still in love with my ex.
Yep.
For Hundra, this is the first time she's ever really pursued a woman. You knew that.
Yep.
But I thought that was a turn on, though, for gay girls to try to convert a straight girl into being straight. So wouldn't that be something you would have wanted under your belt? Like, I converted not just a regular black girl, but a Haitian girl into becoming gay. That would have been something you should have wanted on your belt.
Well, you're making an assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I was her, like, I don't know. I used to tell her, well, Emily, that I loved her, and she used to tell me that she loves me back, and then I meet this. It's like,
This.
don't get me wrong, but you're not Emily.
I know.
Or Melanie or whoever.
I'm not Emily. I'm not a femme. I'm me. That's it.
Do you have any of the same kind of intensity or feelings towards Hunter as you felt for Melanie? If there's a moment to be totally
Honest, it's no.
level with her so that she
I
can make the best decision for her, like, you gotta do that now.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just trying to be spiteful. But then I actually started to like you. So then, and then I felt like I was in too deep, and I didn't want to lose you at the same time, but I wanted
Yeah,
to say...
but you have been open to me about a lot of things.
I've been real with you just despite the pictures.
Well,
That's
a lot
it,
of it's not true, I mean.
And then I sent you money. Like, where's my money? Like,
I never picked it up.
Okay, so...
I just wanted to see if you really was riding for me or not.
How you know I rocked out and really sent you the money?
I just took your word for it.
Like, I've been taking your word for it? Okay.
From what I'm gathering, like, she actually started liking you, and I don't think it's some deep, crazy scheme going on.
I feel like now it sort of needs to, like, marinate a little bit. You know, you do your thing and then meet up again tomorrow and, like, see how it feels starting a fresh day.
Okay.
Good to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh, awesome. I went looking for a lipstick lesbian and I got butch.
I mean, you're being pretty harsh on her.
I really don't want that at all.
That's the ignorant way to look at it. Oh, man.
This is it. All right.
I'm nervous.
Let's do it.
Don't hold back.
Rip off the Band-Aid.
Let me just scope it out.
Okay.
I see someone.
Uh-oh, someone's coming.
Oh, how you doing?
How you doing?
Just so we're clear, you're the person that Carrie's been talking to.
Yes.
So I think you should just come out here and we can sort all this out.
Yeah, man.
Come on out here.
What?
This is Carrie.
Oh, my God.
So,
Are you serious?
wait.
Really, Terrence?
And I didn't know it was you.
You know this guy?
Man, this is crazy.
How do you know this guy?
We dated like 10, 11 years ago.
What?
This is crazy.
This ain't right. That's what it is.
It's not right. You catfish me.
Well, you catfish him too.
Yeah, but still though.
Hold on. So you had a fake profile
Yes.
and messaged her fake profile. And it just so happened that you guys actually used to date?
Man, that was a long
It was
time
so
ago.
long ago.
Are you serious, man?
Oh my God.
Wait, time out. You used to live in St. Louis.
I used to live with my mother in St. Louis.
Okay.
I mean, this is a first.
I'm like, oh my, this is crazy. This was you the whole
You guys-
time?
This is destiny.
No.
It was a
How long were you guys
bad
dating?
relationship.
Oh, it was bad relationship.
Yes, it was really bad. While we were together, he had 3 kids on me. You told me you don't even have any kids. You have a lot of kids.
How many kids do you have?
I got 4.
He had all those kids on me.
Really?
Yes. He was just HOE. That's all he was.
Tally ho.
Tally ho.
There you go.
How did you make the Tally profile?
It wasn't originally me. It was one of my friends. He made the profile.
Do I know your friend?
Danielle or...
Danielle?
I'd rather not say his name.
Wait, how did the profile start?
I had a buddy who was using the profile to get females off of it.
Why was he using Tally's picture?
That's something I don't know, and I asked him about it. He was like, man, look, it's just getting me females. So I'm like, okay, cool.
You don't know Tally?
Nah, I don't really know.
How long have you been using the account?
About 1.5 years.
And who was using it before you?
And one of my friends was using it.
So it's just like a community thing that you just passed on?
I just don't understand. Why are you guys like using this profile? Why don't you just make a new one? I mean,
because this one works.
So what do you get out of this?
Definitely didn't get what I wanted.
Like, I need a break.
You gonna go?
I'm gonna sit.
This is crazy, man.
So you've already had a relationship with her?
Yes, it was.
You don't want to revisit that?
Nah, no.
What happened with this guy?
He hurt me really bad. I was gonna marry him with everything. He treated me so bad.
And you dated Shaquilla?
4.5 years, man. But if I knew it was her, I was like, nah, no way. God, man. I actually love Shaquilla, but I messed things up. It got to the point where I just had to walk away.
This is his life. This is all the females that he's cheated with me or he met them online. I met him online.
It ended kind of crazy. It got to the point where she started bleaching clothes.
Bleaching clothes?
Yes. Like, taking a knife, ripping up my shoes and stuff. I was like, man, and she pretended like she didn't want me to go, but I'm like, man, I can't do this.
Yeah, so that's how I'm like, females at my house and everything. It's just like.
It wasn't just me. I mean, there's times I came home and Shaquilla was in the bed with another dude, drunk. I mean, guess we did each other, but man, this kind of crazy.
So you were really in love with this guy?
And what did you like about Carrie?
Carrie was more caring. She'll talk to you. It ain't no lies or whatever. It felt like it wasn't no lies. You know, I told her things that I wouldn't even tell nobody else.
I'm gonna go out there. Stay in here as long as you need. Come on out when you're ready.
And you dated Shaquilla for 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
You dated for 5 years? He had kids with other people.
Sounds like you did some things that were really messed up.
Yeah, I did.
And you really hurt her.
Yeah, and I apologize for what happened in the past. I can only apologize for the past. I can't change it.
What about now? Like,
What about it? You tell me. You just gonna stand there and keep looking? Or you gonna say something?
what is it to say?
All right. This was pretty weird. Why don't we just see how we feel tomorrow? All right.
All right.
Pressing my way to the surface. Wonder if I'll ever feel you close. Stuck in.
Hey. So I was just talking with Sammy, and she just has some stuff she wants to talk about.
I know why Faith didn't come around. Faith has been standing in front of you this whole time. I'm Faith.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Why?
I thought you were gonna cheat on me. So I noticed that you were using IMVU, and I got on there, and I started talking to you. And as time went by, I couldn't let it go.
What the f, man? Just take a breath. Just take a breath.
I really don't know how to feel about this at all. I feel like I just got like kicked in my ribs.
Is this you ending things?
Oh, I don't want to end things.
You don't want to end things?
No.
Okay.
I want a future with her, and trying to see if she was cheating on me was to see whether or not I have a future or not. but living two lives, I can't do it anymore. I can't watch her go through this anymore.
The one thing I'll say, and this doesn't take away any of the anger and the hurt, it's like, this wasn't someone with you. This wasn't someone getting their rocks off by pretending.
Yeah.
The basis of all of this was love and care.
Yeah. I mean, I am glad that it's not like some random person.
Take the time that you need, you know? Are you cold?
A little bit.
Yeah, we can go inside.
Okay.
Come on in, everybody. Well, I guess now that we're all up to speed, Sammy, I have a lot of questions, which means Christina must have a lot of questions.
You know about everything that was going on. What were your intentions?
We've been going through a lot, and I know we've been trying to work it out, and I thought you were gonna cheat on me. So I did it because I had to know whether or not to keep pushing forward with you or not. But talking to you through faith, I could feel the connection, and I wanted it back because our spark was going away, and I didn't want to let it go.
I would have loved to reconnect with you as you, not as Faith, like you.
Can I ask, like, if we kind of hadn't gotten this ball rolling, did you kind of have a plan?
I mean, I wanted to make Faith disappear. And that's what I was trying to do.
We came all the way here. Why couldn't you have just said something?
I did this because I knew you weren't going to find anything up here.
Okay.
And so after Faith stood her up, you would be right here to comfort her.
Yeah. I wanted you to just walk away from this girl. Just go home. I wanted you to choose me.
How do you feel now, knowing that this connection that you had with this person, Faith, that meant so much to you, was actually the whole time Sammy?
I mean, I feel kind of deceived that I was lied to, but I'm happy that it's not some random person that I was telling everything to. She lied to me, but you know, I lied to her too, so it's not one-sided.
I'm curious, over the course of the 7 months that you talked to Christina as Faith, were you using some sort of text app? Yeah. Like, would you guys be next to each other talking?
No, I did most of it at work.
So when you talked on the phone, how did you not recognize her voice?
It
didn't sound like her.
It wasn't you?
No. I had a friend who helped me.
Whoa.
I'm sorry for deceiving you.
Look, I'm not mad at you. I know that your intentions weren't to hurt me because I do know that you love me. I see it in your face. I hear it when you talk to me. And I don't think that you would go through Mackinac if you didn't love me. I mean, I'm sorry that I made it seem like we were really distant, and I'm sorry that you had to go through all this.
I'm sorry I put you through this.
I would love to have you in my life because you've been here for almost 2 years. And to me, that's a very, very long time. Nobody's ever put up with my bullshit for this long. It's just, I don't feel like we should be in a relationship.
If I'm gonna lose you, there's nothing to do but lose.
I understand, I do.
It's a fight we're not winning, it's a fate.
Yes, I'm ready to go home and pack.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay? Do you have a place to go? Do you have like a sort of plan that you can put together?
Yeah.
I'll be happy that I knew you.
All right, well, this is a fresh start for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose you, there's nothing to do but.
It was hard stuff to say, and you did it.
It's been rough playing two lives.
The drama is over for both of you.
There's no more motion, then how do I move?
Oh my God.
Remy? Must be our guy.
You got this. You got this. You can do this. Oh my gosh.
Remy?
Yeah.
I'm Neve.
I'm Elle.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
And this is Angel. Is your real name Remy?
Nah, it's not my real name.
What is your name?
I don't want to say it.
You're really not going to tell us your name?
Nah.
Or should we just call you Remy then, I
Yeah,
guess?
you call me Remy.
You guys already know each other?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. How much of the story that you told her was true?
I mean, really everything except for who I am.
So your girlfriend is a real person?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend for real.
And then why are you messing with people on Plenty of Fish? I don't get it.
It wasn't for a relationship. It was more like it was a joke to me. And I made it count to see how long it'll take somebody to figure out that it was fake.
That's a weird hobby.
It was just something to do in my downtown.
So I imagine you talked to lots of people.
Nah, it was just her. She was the first one to reply.
I mean, you guys talked all the time. There had to be something real in that.
Nah, it wasn't.
Obviously, if you have a girlfriend, you're not going to come on TV and say that you had feelings for her. But, like, I think it's very clear, based on the fact that you were talking as much as you were, that you guys had a relationship. You can tell me whatever you want, but, like, you can't pretend for the 3 months that you guys were talking, it never meant something to you.
It really didn't.
Yeah, I've heard you say that already, but I don't believe it.
I basically talk to you like I talk to my best friend. I'm telling you things that nobody else knows. Like, I go through enough. And then for someone to just sit here and tell me that it's a game to you and it's not funny.
I also don't believe that you have no feelings towards her. No offense, you may be a good liar, but I don't think you're that great of an actor. Something is real. I can see you kind of squirming. I know you feel bad.
I feel bad a little bit, but not enough for me to sit here and, like, apologize and tell her I'm wrong for everything I did.
So you wouldn't apologize for that?
No, I don't.
Really? Don't you think it's pretty up to be like, I want to help you take care of your baby? I want to be there?
I never took it as, like, we're in, like, a committed relationship. She just wasn't catching on quick enough.
Right, but if the game was to mess with people, you would have just moved on.
Nah, it was interesting to see her come around the house and, like, not find me. Like, I'd be sitting inside a car somewhere else.
Where'd you get the D. Jackson profile from?
Found it on Facebook.
You just found some random person?
Yeah.
Sent her the kid's real profile with a different name, a different Snapchat. He lives in Chicago. I mean, like, that's a first.
That's daring. You sent her the real profile.
I don't know. I didn't take it serious. Like, I thought it was funny.
What about when you told her that you slept with Mari?
I didn't. When I told her, Mari texted me and she wanted the plan to come over, like, and hook up. And I tried to warn Angel. Mari came on to me. She ended up sending me messages and videos, pictures, saying how she wanted me.
Really?
Yeah, talking about she wanted to pull up, talking about sex, and just, like, everything. But when I tried to warn Angel about it, she didn't want to believe anything I was saying.
But why should we believe you?
I mean, I have the messages of her trying to come over alone. Did you want to see the text messages?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
All right, so.
I had to screen grab them.
Wow. Okay. These texts are pretty flirty. And they definitely seem to be pictures of Mari. Did Mari know that you were not the guy in the pictures?
Yeah, we FaceTimed before.
And you showed your face?
Yeah, she saw me.
And she saw you?
I set the phone up on my TV, and I set up for a good 5 minutes.
With your face in the camera? Wow.
I thought it was something fishy of them talking at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we talked almost every night, saying how she was gonna do sexual acts to me.
Clearly, we have some stuff to address with Mari, but it's important for you to know that you've really hurt her.
Yeah, I realize that.
And you've created a lot of heartache and damage in her life. And that's up. What made you change your mind about coming and meeting up today?
I mean, who would want to be on TV? It's once in a lifetime.
Okay, I think that's it. That your part of this story, I think, is over.
All right.
That's over, honey. You're okay.
It sucks to feel like we came here and that it's not over yet, but at least you can cut him out of your life.
I must sever these ties.
Do you want to text Mari and see if we can meet up with her?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Hey, Angel, do you want to talk? Just you and me.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you guys just talk a little bit?
Okay. It's just us.
I'm just really upset.
He was a dick. I really didn't believe most of what he said. Nobody devotes all their time like that and has those long conversations. If he doesn't care, he had to have cared somewhere, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, you know? It's not about him anymore.
Yeah. Right now, I'm worried about Mari.
I guess if sister's with her and thinks she can convince her to come, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
I think the issue is her boyfriend. I don't know if he knows about you or the show.
She's probably talking to Leah, and Leah's being stubborn right now.
This is the best chance we're gonna get is her sister.
She doesn't even need to answer any questions. Just show up. Anything would be better than nothing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
I'm coming around the block and going to pull up in about 3 minutes.
Okay.
Jasmine?
Well, Jasmine wrote that.
Is this her here?
Huh?
Is that her?
Man.
Yeah.
Is that her?
Is that her?
Yeah.
Is that her?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Jasmine.
How's it going?
So good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
I couldn't get her to come. She chose to stay there with her boyfriend. She thought that that was the right decision. So I'm sorry.
Is she seeing all our messages? Is she just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she is. It's hard for her to leave and then have to go back. I think that's the...
To explain it to him.
Yeah, right.
But, so he just doesn't know anything.
Oh, no, he knows.
Oh, he does know.
Yeah, he knows. And he doesn't like it. I think it's a jealousy issue. So he doesn't want her to go. I don't know much about him. I've only met him a couple times. So I can't speak to his character.
Mm.
But, so I'm sorry.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did. She wasn't budging.
Well, I appreciate it. Nice to have met you.
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Thanks for coming.
I guess that's it, unless there's any, I mean, do you have any other questions? I mean, because this is the closest you're gonna get.
If you want to know anything.
I'm good, you know?
All right.
As her older sister, I am sorry on her behalf. Yeah.
All right, well, it's cold
Yeah.
and late, so why don't we all just call it? Nice to meet you.
You too.
Thanks, Jasmine.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
After all these years, it's the first time we didn't get our girl. Sorry. I guess that's it.
That's so up. So up.
You can send her a message and say, like, look, we're here. We did everything we could.
Watch the wind running through the trees.
Serious message, man. You all right?
Yeah.
I wish that I could move so wild.
Can you read that for us, or?
Yeah. Leah, this will be the last message I will ever send you. I want you to know that I am very, very upset and hurt about this whole situation and never been so disappointed in you in our entire friendship. You've made me promises, left me hanging, and lied to me multiple times, and I still forgave you, but this time I'm completely done for good. Please don't try to contact me after this message because I will not respond. Just know that I'll always love you and hope the best for you. Nathan.
It's really big of you. I think you're doing the right thing, Nathan.
Always tough to let go, though.
Yeah.
Ready to go home?
Yeah, let's do it. Just need to move on.
Why don't you come on back? Here goes nothing. Right in there. What's your name?
Shaquan.
Shaquan.
Hi.
Devin.
What's up?
Apparently, you guys
we know
each other.
So y'all know each other?
And were you guys friends, or?
We were friends, yeah.
Did anything ever happen?
Occasionally.
Oh. Okay. Did you know he lives here?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you have one friend who lives in This is that friend?
Yes.
That's crazy.
So when did you guys last see each other?
Last time I came out to Vegas. August.
All right, so hold on a second. Here's what I don't understand. You guys had a physical relationship.
Why would you have a fake identity?
I wanted to see how he was doing, but every time I try to talk to him, he doesn't respond.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
You never really thought that it was a relationship there between. Gotcha.
Did you ever make it clear kind of where you were at with things?
I mean, if I don't text you back, why wouldn't that give him that hint? You can't just beat a dead horse. It's already dead. It's f***ed up.
But if the horse is dead, everybody can say the horse is dead. It sounds like Shaquan is saying he never got the scoop that the horse was dead.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm tired of this.
Tell us then, in your own words, what was the plan?
Well, I texted him to hang out as James, and then if he come to Vegas, James wouldn't show up. He probably text me, tell me he's here, and I'll show up.
Oh, wait a second. So you thought, I'll make a profile as this guy James. I'll invite him to come meet me in Vegas. And then when he gets here and James doesn't show up, he'll text you because he knows you live here. And you'll just sort of come to the rescue.
Yeah.
You had a plan, though. He did have a plan.
I gotta tell you, that is actually a decent plan.
Hey, if it wasn't wrong, I would come down to you like you thought about some stuff at least.
So then wait a second.
Dang, bruh.
When you made the profile, why did you choose that guy, Yari?
He's somebody I met.
Someone you actually met?
Yeah. He sent me photos on Snapchat, and then I sent those as James.
Regifted. Nudes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know that Devin follows that guy on Instagram?
I didn't find that out until like a week later.
So it was just a total coincidence that you picked the picture of a guy that Devin actually follows on Instagram.
That's crazy.
I just wanted to know if he just didn't like me as a person or my face.
That shouldn't matter.
What you did wasn't cool and you shouldn't have lied.
I understand that.
At the same time, like, he likes you, and he got a chance to show you a side of him that maybe you would not have otherwise have seen that you really liked.
That's fine and everything, but I'm just not into him enough to be in a relationship with him. That's it. But any right person would understand that way before now.
But you've been physical with him, so. I can see how it could be a little confusing.
But if you don't say anything, I don't know anything.
Still a lot to take in all at once.
Right.
To kind of collect your thoughts.
Why don't we take a little break? We could meet back up in a little while and see if there's some resolution.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll walk you out. What were you expecting would happen?
I thought you were gonna be upset, but not that upset.
Did you ever get the impression that he did really like you?
Yeah. I have text messages from when we first started talking of how you're like, well, we can hang out, stuff like that.
Well, I feel like you should have like said that.
I get really nervous around him sometimes.
All right, well, look, you deserve some kind of clarity, I think.
What is it? Is it his personality? Is it the way he looks? He kind of needs a closure.
If it wasn't his personality, that wasn't the problem. I'm just not attracted to him. What else do you want me to say?
Right. I'm just thinking, not attracted to you, but I did things that I do with people I'm attracted to. So that could be confusing.
You can be attracted to a hooker, but that don't mean you love her.
Whoa. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Neve.
I'm very nervous. How
All
are
right.
you? She's out there.
She's up here. Say hello.
Hi. Hey. How are you? You're so funny.
What's the big deal?
How are you?
I'm a little anxious and nervous, but I'm better.
Absolutely also the same for me.
Okay, well,
Hi.
yeah, this is Elle.
Hi, I'm Alice.
And I'm Neve.
Nice to meet you again. Nice to meet you.
We're glad to be here, but also, I think, curious and somewhat confused.
I'm also a little confused and like, I didn't want to do this. I was concerned that she called you in the first place. Because I was like, you talk to somebody and then they don't trust who you are. It made me feel anxious.
I get that. It wasn't that I didn't trust you, but
you need to make sure that
you're real before I gave you all of my heart.
It just like hurt my feelings a little bit.
Okay. I'm just gonna jump in. So then where does it come in that you aren't able to video chat?
I just didn't think there was that much of a lack of faith in me. I didn't think that it was like she needed to verify who I was over FaceTime. I thought she just wanted to. So it was low urgency for me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? When I'm talking to a person, I would really just rather talk instead of focusing on how I look.
I completely understand. I'm not trying to blame you. I understand your anxiety over all of this.
But just like one little video or something?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to defend her on this side, but I kind of do understand because we live in completely different time zones.
You guys,
2 hour difference, though.
2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've just never been, like, we don't even talk on the phone.
Why did you block her on Facebook?
I got incredibly anxious about this whole thing. Like, I have my own anxieties as well.
Yeah, sure.
I just felt like all of this didn't mean as much because of the fact that she didn't trust who I was.
We spoke to your friend Maddie
Yeah.
and asked her if the phone number that Neek has for you is the same number she has for you, and she said it's not.
Yeah, I have 2 phone numbers, so one for, like, the people that I know in real life and one for the people that I meet on role play. It helps me keep things organized.
Okay, well, I have other questions, but at the same time, I don't want to front load this. You guys just met.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just kind of check in. So if you guys could go talk, we could talk just for a minute and just kind of go over stuff.
Got you.
Cool. So I'll go sit with you over here.
Okay. How do you feel?
A lot better.
You feel a lot better?
Yeah. I'm kind of mostly satisfied with the answers she had to the questions because I kind of do understand most of them.
Yeah, but can I be totally honest with you?
Yeah.
It just feels weird. Yeah, it's exciting. She's her, she's real, she's nice, you know? But at the same time, I mean, you wrote to the show because there's a whole year where she spent kind of avoiding being real with you. And now that we're here, it's just like, oh yeah, just water on the bridge and no, never happened. I'm sensing something that's not genuine.
What do you think?
It's okay. It's, she's really sweet. I'm like, also very nervous, you know?
What has been your impression of this relationship?
I love her. I think she's like, I used to be romantically interested in her and we used to flirt a lot. And then I stopped feeling that way. And without addressing it really, I just kind of thought it was mutual because of her relationship with Princess and everything.
Well, at least from what Neek told us, she has very strong feelings for you.
Yeah. When I was saying I don't feel like TV's the best place for this, I meant it's probably not the best place for me to tell her that, like, I don't have romantic feelings.
Right. I just think it'd be helpful for her if you were very clear.
Remember, this whole thing, Neek, this is for you. This is your time to question what were her intentions.
There's still some things I want and need to know.
Yeah. Should I go ask her to talk to you?
Yeah.
There's a couple questions she wanted to ask you. Do you want to go talk to her?
Yeah, that would be fine. Can I come in?
Yeah.
What do you guys talk about?
She was attracted physically to Neek at the beginning, but then she felt like it just sort of turned into a friendship. The main reason she didn't want to come on the show is so she didn't want to have to tell Neek to her face, like, hey, I'm not into you.
I've been asking you constantly to come down to Texas, but you denying each time made me feel like you didn't want to see me.
I definitely wanted to see you. It's just because of your relationship with Princess, I thought it wouldn't hurt your feelings if I didn't make it down to Texas. I didn't know you were actively seeking other romantic, polyamorous relationships. I just didn't think that it was as big of an issue as it was. I should have listened to what you were saying and actually taken what you were saying to heart.
I do want to eventually come to California for school. If you're still in the area, would you want to be in an actual relationship with me?
I don't think that's what I'm looking for. But, you know, there's so much possible in a few years. You know, you're not going to come down for a while, so...
Yeah. That makes me feel a little bit better. There's still some time left.
It's safe to say it's been a hard year.
You want to go back over there?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
We did get a lot of things cleared up. Possibly in the future, if I'm able to come down to California, it is a possibility for a romantic relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
Though it's not easy.
Well, do you want to just leave it for the moment, and we can come back
later or tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bye. I feel like today did not go as well as it could have. A lot of what I said was being misinterpreted, and I didn't really correct her because I didn't want to embarrass her. In retrospect, I should have made things clearer. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow.
She said she'd come outside to meet us. Oh, here she is, Ooh.
Hey.
How are you?
It's good. Good to see you.
I know. Good to see you too.
So what's up? I'm Neve, obviously we just met. This is Cammy.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Adriana.
you, too. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of questions. We spoke to Alicia, and she told us that it was actually her that had been communicating with Caden for the past few months, sort of pretending to be you. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, Alicia saw your Instagram through. She has access to my feed. Number one, we're best friends. I mean, it's not.
She has access to your account.
Yeah, and then she saw your feed through there and was like, "Oh, he's really cute." And then she asked me about you, and then I told her who you were, met you on a cruise. She messaged you without my knowledge. I didn't know that it got to the extent that it did. She let me know that it happened, and when she did, it was like, she downplayed it a lot. She was like, oh, it was like only a one-time thing. I was just trying to, like, I don't know, see if the vibe was there. And I was like, oh, okay, it was like a little odd, but I mean, she's like, I'm just feeling it out, you know, just, I don't know. She thought you were cute, so I was like, this is my friend, I guess I'll support it. I didn't know that she was doing it so frequently.
How could you not tell me? I mean, how long have I been talking to Alicia?
It's been on and off.
So when Alicia asked you about Caden, you said you guys were good friends.
Yeah.
So for all these years, that's the extent of how you feel, or do you feel more than that?
No, we're good friends, yeah. I mean, we were very young when we met, and we only spent like maybe, I don't know, not even like a full day together. So it was, we didn't really know each other enough for me to actually like have feelings or feel any type of way.
To him, sort of felt like could be the beginning of a young romance. He said you guys, like, I know this sounds corny to say, but like held hands.
I have no recollection of holding hands or being affectionate in any way.
So you didn't feel sparks?
I didn't.
Does that sound honest? I mean, I'm not saying you're lying.
No.
I'm just like, for all these years, you had no idea that he had feelings for you? I don't know, is he blowing this out of proportion, or are you trying to downplay it? The way he tells the story, he's like super into you, and
That's not, I didn't pick up on it. I mean, every once in a while there was lighthearted, flirtatious messages, but I mean, I feel like I didn't reciprocate. I don't know if that is, can you acknowledge that?
Kinda.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
But I've got to say, beyond all that, to me, it's odd to just have friends, you know, taking over your social media accounts and talking to people on your behalf, especially, you know, considering your page and your following. I would think that you wouldn't want somebody who's potentially having conversations outside of your knowledge with other people.
I guess it's just, I think it's just the trust factor.
I mean, look, after all these years, it feels a little weird to me that you wouldn't be a bit more empathetic to Caden, knowing that, like, you know, this relationship maybe meant a little bit more to him, but that also for the past few months, like, has been sort of falsely perpetuated by your friend through your account with your knowledge. Like,
No, I do apologize for whatever she had said.
why didn't you say something to him? Why didn't you, like, clear it up?
Alicia's more of a friend to me, and I felt like that's where my loyalty lies.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Is it Michael?
Michael, yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
We're going on 7 months. Yeah, a little bit.
What do you think the chances are that we can talk to Alicia? Because we've been trying to...
Oh, really? I could definitely hit her up and see if you guys can all meet.
Okay, that would be great.
I should probably get back to work. Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
See ya.
It just feels very...
Cold. There's just a way that you handle people on an empathetic level.
Right?
That she just didn't give a f
I
about.
feel like she would have come out and been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
She just brushed that off her shoulder like it was nothing, and I mean, 3 years, or 4 years. I don't know how that can turn into nothing.
It's all a little weird. All right, when do we get back?
All right.
Back in the car.
I try to feel it inside, but the fire that we had's all gone.
See you later, Adriana.
Are you okay, Caden?
I'll survive. Just that, I've got some stuff to say to this other chick.
Ooh, we got a text from Alicia.
What's it say?
Hey, Neve, Adriana just called me. I'm ready to put an end to all of this. Meet me at this park and we'll talk. And there's a link to where we're supposed to meet her. Hopefully she shows up.
I really don't have a lot to say to Alicia other than like, what the
I mean, on one hand, it's like flattering. She thought you were cute. On the other
I'll
hand,
get it.
it's like.
On the other hand, that's definitely not how you go about it.
We're here. Oh, there's actually like kind of a beach.
Wow, look at that.
Okay, let's do this.
See anybody that looks like an Alicia?
See anybody? Do you guys see anybody?
Is that her?
It's like an older person.
Yeah.
I don't see the tattoos.
Yeah. There's a car. Looks like Adriana.
What is this? Uh-oh.
Are we gonna get jumped?